us your version, or does someone else want to give us the version of the recap?
I can, unless somebody else wants to.
Go for it.
Go for it, Kev.
Session 1, Heem's a whore. Garm and Askelon bury a body, or work towards burying a body. Let's see. Conn and Stas search through some of the other buildings and chests, find some fishing gear and some rations, a couple small boats. Let's see. There was a young woman under the boat who tried to run off, but we convinced her to talk to us. Her name was Arda. She says this was her family. Her father was the guy that was killed. I have some air quotes and question marks around her, what we know about her. The Rust brothers are searching for the Raven sisters. The Raven sisters are a different sect that believes the Raven was the real religious figure, not the serpent. The Raven sisters have been in the Raven lands for a long time and previously had made peace with the elves, sort of like wandering druidesses. Arda does not look like the dead man or his boy. Maybe he wasn't related to the family that died here. Next quarter day, let's see. We start planning. Garm takes a nap. Askelon keeps watch, and we have an event. Stas takes a nap sleeping in the cabin. That goes well later. Conn looks over and figures out how to fix the second boat and starts working on that. The event, we had some lanterns and lights moving in the trees, which were some Rust brothers and kind of like a knight-ish Rust brother. Let's see. Askelon casts Hand of Doom on the knight and uses the severed hand, which is consumed in the spell. It's pretty nasty looking, but gets the job done. Knocks the guy onto the ground. Let's see. Garm was sleeping out in the trees. Takes a while before he wakes up. Eventually, he calls Heem a whore and Rust her degenerate git to get the knight's attention, because the knight, I think, was stabbing Conn pretty good at that point.
Trying to.
Yep. Garm decapitates the knight. Stas wakes up, goes back to sleep, wakes up again, and then helps fight the priests. Let's see. Yeah, so it was 2 Rust Brother clerics and 1 Rust Brother knight. Oh, and the horse was nasty. Had like fangs and red eyes and not great. Let's see. Conn shoots the knight in the helmet and shoots one of the priests. We found some loot. There was a pearl that had some weird inscriptions on it, and some chainmail, a great helm, and a large shield. And we kind of divided up a bunch of the kind of other stuff, a ceremonial dagger. We finally slept, passed uneventfully. In the morning, there were storm clouds gathering. We bury the bodies. Conn works on the boat. We decide to let the birds eat the Rust brothers at, I think, Arta's suggestion. And Garm sleeps this time because he kept a watch overnight. Stas goes hunting, kills a boar, and Askelon goes looking for stuff for spellcasting. And that's where we finished the end of quarter 1.
Thank you very much. Very on point, detailed, cut and dried. Garm decapitated the knight. Yes, it was bloody. Does anybody remember anything different or have anything to add to the summary? Basically spent the day at the fishing shack, searching, burying, meeting Arda, fighting Rust Brothers at night. I think it was after dark by the time they arrived and all that sort of stuff, right? As we begin in the game, day 2 of your journey. I think it's quarter 2, so midday. Did anyone not rest last night? I think you all did, right?
Yep.
Because Garm, you rested after standing watch while everybody else rested.
Yep. Yeah, I rested during the first quarter.
Yeah, I think Conn, you had a project to fix the second boat. And I think we talked about needing a couple of rolls, a couple of successes, and like quarter days spent, and you were successful. So you figured out what you need to do. So if you're going to get the boat seaworthy, this is the second boat we're talking about. If you're going to get it seaworthy, you've got to spend another half day doing or quarter day doing it and succeeding on a crafting roll, and then the boat will be in good repair. Does that track with what you remember?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. So around midday, I think we had described that it was already starting to rain when you were working on the boat and all that sort of stuff. So the sky is open and there are torrential rains for the sort of the midday and at least early part of the afternoon. You can see coming. It doesn't look like there's going to be a break or anything. So the sky is leaden. It's just full and it's dumping. So you've got the cabin and you've got the bodies that are kind of scattered around. I would imagine you've at least pulled them into a pile, those three Rust brothers, or have you left them where they laid? Which have you done?
I think
I'd like to inspect their hands.
this is going to be a thing.
Indeed.
I believe in recycling.
So as you inspect their hands, Askelon, where are they? Are they where they fell in battle, or have you guys pulled them together somewhere?
I guess we pull them together.
Maybe off a little towards the woods so that they're not smelling up the place.
Okay. So you've dragged them towards the trees that they emerged from, type of thing. They're in the field, and Askelon's out there by himself with his clippers. Nice. All right. So Askelon, it sounds like you're going to be doing some sort of gathering of spell components. Is it safe to say that Conn is going to continue to work on the dory, the boat?
Yes, unless the rain looks like it's going to really impede his progress.
I'll probably give you a -1 if you work in this weather when you make your crafting roll, because of the bad elements that are
Sure
at play.
Stas, can you give me a hand with one of these boats?
Sure. Okay, fine.
All right.
What do you need? Sure. You need to flip one over or what?
Got to patch one of the holes.
Oh, you got the stuff to do it?
I found the tar in one of the sheds.
Oh, man. Oh, you know how to do this?
Not entirely, but I know where the hole is.
Well, that's great. But if we go out into the middle of this river and it doesn't hold up, we might be in trouble.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Look you see that boat right there? That one's fine. This is the one we're fixing.
Well, maybe we should put one inside the other, and that way if there's a hole, it'll just leak into the boat below it and we won't sink.
I thought you were a merchant. Have you never been on a boat? How do you get things from point A to point B?
Land's the way to go, brother.
Well,
whatever. I'm here. What do you need me to do? Don't let me get all dirty. I don't need that.
Well, we're going to get a little dirty because we got to patch it up with this tar.
Well, I'm here to help. You got a stick or something?
Yeah, there's the tools in the shed.
Oh, that's true. I'll go get the tools.
Oh, great.
What are the ones that I need?
You know what? Just stay here by the boat. I'll be back in a second.
I'll watch the boat in case it goes anywhere.
Excellent. Conn goes and gets the tools and comes back to the boat. And I guess it's going to be a little bit problematic with the tar because we've got to heat it up. So maybe try to get a fire going over by one of the sheds, maybe where it might be possible to do that, Harrigan. And I guess just try to do my best with Stas's limited help to get this thing rocking and rolling. So I know you said I'm going to take a minus on the weather. With Stas's help, will that kind of nullify?
It's shitty out here. What are we doing out here in the rain? Can we
considering giving you another negative modifier?
Stas, so that if the Rust brothers come back, he can be off. I don't want to have to deal with that again.
They're not going to come
my
back.
Head chopped off. Well,
that's because you ran out in the woods like a fool. You got to hole up in the structure.
Yeah, but then they would have come in and chopped you to death if it wasn't for the rest of us.
Not if everybody was inside. We need to talk about our tactics.
Sure.
Why I'm getting drenched out here. Why? Let's go inside, build a fire, keep warm. Maybe I'll go out and hunt and forage. But this is bullshit out here in this weather.
My gosh, my God. You know what? I'll take care of it myself. You go fancy yourself in that cabin, warm up there.
Look, I don't want any bad blood. I'll help you. I just think it's like could be done I'm sure it's gonna let up in an hour or two, or maybe, it'll be fine.
Can you not see the skies? This is going to be going like this probably all day.
Well, at least if you're inside, you're dry. Where are we going to take off in the rain?
No, ideally, no. But if it needs to happen, at least we'll be ready to do it. But if we don't do this work now, we won't be able to do it later. If someone comes.
Is that the plan? Is we're going to patch these boats and then we're going to get in the boats in this miserable weather and then take off if the Rust brothers arrive? Is that the deal?
If a substantial number of them come, that's what my plan is. We got lucky. Did you not see that dude on the with the helmet? He almost chopped me in bits.
He looked fine.
By this luck. He had a bird sticking out of his face. I don't want to deal with that again.
Yes, but maybe he wouldn't have been so. Maybe he wouldn't have been so fierce if we weren't out in the middle of the woods, like running around with their heads chopped off like chickens.
Wouldn't have been so. Do you know nothing of the Rust brothers?
Yes, I think maybe kind of. But why couldn't we have been inside? That we could have holed up, and then they would have came in one point of entry. It would have been much easier.
No, they would have just burned us down inside. Just lit the cabin aflame with those weird sensors, whatever the heck they were swirling about.
You got me there.
Telling you, we got to get these boats tip top.
Fine. What do you need me to do so we get this done quick enough? Because I'm tired of getting wet.
Just stir the tar.
Fine. Where is it? Is this the tar?
That's the tar. Stir the tar.
With what?
This stick.
Fine. Stir the tar, stir the tar.
And I'm going to take, obviously, scoops of this tar and try to patch the boat.
Okay. So you're willing, Stas, to spend your quarter day helping, basically. I figure if Stas mends the fire and keeps the pitch from the fire from going out, and they'll keep the pitch soft so you can apply it and all that good stuff. So the two of you will combine. You will get a +1 to the crafting roll from his help, believe it or not.
Okay.
Despite all appearances.
And so that'll cancel the rain, though, right, Harrigan?
That'll cancel out the rain. Yeah.
Okay,
but before you roll, I do want to understand what Garm is doing for the day.
Sure.
So Garm watched that. Just from a little ways away. And just when they finally get a plan and are starting to work, he just kind of shrugs. And then he's gonna go into the cabin with that shield that he just picked up off the dead knight. And he's gonna he's gonna refit it, trying to describe gaining Defender 2, the talent, but he spent some time refitting the shield, kind of practicing holstering it and getting it on himself and stuff like that. So he's gonna spend some XP and gain an upgraded talent.
Do you need to make a roll or anything, or are you good to go just spending the XP?
Just spending it. I already have the first one.
So as Garm, as you come in out of the rain, and Stas, it takes about 10 minutes before you're soaked to the bone. It's pouring. So you guys continue to work, but it's cold. It's really wet. But Garm, as you head in for the cabin, you see Arda sitting on the stoop. She's got the roof just over her head, so she's out of the rain. But she's sort of just watching the two of them go at it back and forth. And as you step past her, she just looks up and says, "Are they always like this? Is this how you all are?"
I wouldn't say all of us, and I think it depends on the moment. It's kind of odd. We mesh together well when it's needed, but outside of that, can be a lot of bickering. Don't know if you've had moments where you've had to become brothers in arms with somebody or sisters in arms with somebody very suddenly there's a level of trust gained immediately, but it doesn't necessarily mean all the other edges are worn down.
She nods and just says, so I see. I know what you mean.
They're good people, though.
She says, I'll be back. She steps and she heads outside and for the woods to the south as the boat crafting is going on, as the hand sawing is happening. Wayne, how many hands is Askelon intending to take here? 2? Okay. I think there's probably no problem doing that. So put 2 into your inventory, and I think the only roll we're after is going to be the boat crafting, right?
Oh.
Which goes from noon to about supper time. So the rain continues to pound down. It's hard to keep the fire going. The lake is just, you guys can picture it, the lake is just rippling with the heavy rain the whole time. It's kind of loud because of the sound of the rain on the water. The wind is blowing. It's gray overhead. Before you roll, I will say, Garm, that Arda does eventually come back, and she has like a pack and a sack with her. So she's dragged something from somewhere and simply says, when the rain stops, are you setting off or are you waiting until tomorrow? Sister Garm.
Garm kind of, I imagine we met on the porch. Garm kind of just sticks his head out and looks up. I think if we're not attacked by anyone, we would probably wait till the morning, or at least until the rain stops.
She says it's a risk. There's more of those Rust brothers out there.
Right. I think that's what Conn is worried about. So he wants to make sure the boats are ready to go. He would be the one to ask, though. Him and Stas. I don't know that Stas is going to want to leave, though, and he looks up again. Raining.
All right, Conn. Go ahead and make your crafting roll. Got a push. Should your crafting roll not have had different colors of dice in it?
No, I don't have any skill in crafting.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got crafting. Give me that damn thing. What are you doing? I thought you knew how to patch boats.
No, I just said that I'd identified where the holes were.
Well, genius. You told me to get the tar, the tools. It made it sound like you knew what you were doing.
Well, you didn't sound too motivated to do the work that I was doing.
Because it's raining cats and dogs out here. You know what a cat and a dog is, right?
I know what a dog is.
Well, add cats. That's what this rain's about. I'm soaked to my bone and chilled, freezing my ass off out here.
Fine, you take over and I'll stir the pitch.
Fine. Give me that.
All right. If you guys are okay with it, we'll do a little flexing here with the rules. Forget pushing. I will let Stas make the roll, but Stas, because you have less time, you're going to have an additional -1 modifier, but you will have Conn's help. So it all amounts to your attribute and your skill -1. Modifier is -1 because of the time taken. Oh dear.
Doesn't look like you've done much better job than I did.
I got water in my face. I can't see a damn thing out here. It's too loud. I can't concentrate.
Enough of this rubbish. I'm going in that enough. Sick of your belly aching and moaning.
Obviously, we need it to dry. It's not going to do anything if it's wet. If we're putting wet tar on a wet boat in a wet rainstorm, I don't think we have much of a choice here. Although I do agree we need to get it done. It's just not the right timing, Conn.
Fine. Conn will stomp away. He'll take all the tar and the tools that are around him and he'll put him in the shed, and then he's going to stomp back to the cabin in a bit of a huff.
So, Stas, you're not going to try to push?
I'll push.
Yep.
But I got to take the same modifier, or no? I guess I don't have to. I just take the same dice, right?
It'll be the same dice, but don't make the roll yet because I want to look at one thing quickly here.
My fear is if I push, I damage like the boat worse.
See here. Well, you're not rolling. You haven't been rolling any equipment dice or anything, right?
No, not necessarily, but
Do you guys happen to remember when when someone's helping someone else and you're adding that die?
mm-hmm.
Do they get included in the failure if there's a no?
I don't think so. No, Harrigan. Not that I know of.
No, I
ring
don't.
doesn't ring
They
any
don't
bells.
take. They don't take a willpower point for helping or anything like
Okay.
that. If you GM narratively say, "Hey," because you're
Yeah.
helping,
So let's
hits
let's
in
do
the head
this.
with the hammer. You know.
Yep. So Conn leaves, leaving Stas, and Stas, you're determined to get this damn thing fixed now, right? So make your re-roll because you're pushing, and I'm gonna let you have the same dice. But if you do end up with a 1, not only will you take attribute damage, but you'll probably add some setback to the boat as well to make it harder to fix in the future.
Fantastic. So you want me just to straight push, or you need me to re-roll?
Nope, do a straight push.
Okay.
You can keep all your dice, even though Conn's not here.
Yeah.
Oh, did you
So
already
I-
have one? I guess you did.
Yeah.
And crafting is what? Strength?
Yeah.
Okay. So by the end of the time period here, the quarter, you are drenched to the bone. The strength damage that you've suffered is from you just freezing.
Well, it's
You're
churning the tar
killed.
that's getting cold as hell. It's not liquid anymore.
Well,
I'm like,
you're having to go back and forth, right? Because Conn's
Yeah.
gone. So you're
Yeah.
doing both now.
son
so
of a-
you
I'm
are-
just cussing. Everything I do, I cuss. Everything I pick up, I throw. Like everything's just bullshit. But this thing doesn't work. Boom! Out into the damn.
So
Like a
by the end of
golfer.
it all,
Kick the boat.
the equivalent of a -1 going forward, further repairs to the boat because with the diminishing supply of pitch are going to be at -1 now because of this, and you take 1 point of strength damage from the cold and the wet. Make sense?
Yeah.
Conn,
So I-
you do not. You're back inside.
I get to the point where I just walk back in. As I'm walking back in, I'm shedding all my clothes. So by the time I get to the door, I'm basically naked. And I walk in with my clothes in my hands, buck naked.
Completely naked.
Yeah, I'm wet, drenched. Look at these clothes. Freaking piss me off.
Fires over
Askelon,
there.
are you back inside with Garm and everybody else now? In other words, are all of you in the cabin now? I think probably by the end of the quarter. That was a nod, Wayne.
Sorry, I forgot to put. My wife came in. I was put on mute. Yes, I'm back in. I'm back in as soon as I can. I mean, hell, I don't want to be out there in the rain.
So you guys might remember, because it's late summer, there's quite a bit of daylight still, right? So when the door opens up, it's still light outside, but there's this figure backlit by the gray skies in the lake, buck naked with his clothes all packed in his arms. As he comes in, Arda just kind of shakes her head. Garm, you've improved your talent.
Yep.
What will the new ability allow you to do?
Oh. So as Defender 2, I have a +1 bonus to all parries.
Very nice. All right, let me make one quick GM roll here privately.
Wasn't private.
We could see it.
Why is that? It says private GM to me.
It's private.
Interesting. In any case,
It
No one
doesn't
was
show
on-
it. If it was on a table, it only shows us the number. So if there's a description to it, Harrigan, it didn't show us that.
oh, I think I know what it is. It's because I used a macro to do a D66. So the macro goes around the security that's on the little panel. All right. Well, fair enough. There's even though you set no one on watch. In fact, Askelon kind of could have been on watch because it wouldn't have taken you 6 hours to get your two hands. But the watch passes, and by the time all is said and done, and you're all inside the cabin now, drying out. Some of you, I would imagine that Stas has a blanket wrapped around him Your clothes are probably hanging up. I want you to all think about what you're going to do for the next quarter. I'm going to take a 2-minute break. I have to jet for a second and see my wife on something. I'll be right back. But think about Q3, where you do have some good light. So if you wanted to get going or continue to fix the boat, etc., it is still raining. So just kind of bear that in mind. I'll be right back.
Garm is
Still-
actually pretty good at crafting.
Pretty good. You know anything about boats?
And it's a good question.
We don't have a lot to work with. The pitch is like all over and didn't seal the hole like it should have.
I don't know too much, but it's just shoving the pitch into the hole to keep it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's just that easy, right, Conn? Just that easy.
Yeah, whatever you say, Stas.
Yeah. See, that's like Conn. You know, it's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
knock
couldn't
yourself-
figure it out. So,
Yeah. Knock
easy.
yourself out, man. Maybe.
Easy.
Maybe you got some better luck. There, Garm.
I could try. Might work better if somebody watches, or might actually work better if somebody doesn't. I don't know. I could take a crack at it,
Yeah.
unless you want
I'm-
to take off on foot.
I'm waiting for my clothes to dry. It's freaking miserable out there. Aren't you drenched?
No,
My
he
clothes
looks
don't
pretty
dry,
dry.
tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a bad day if I don't get my clothes to dry.
True.
Or it may just rain tomorrow, anyways.
It's true.
True. Is there a table in this little place?
There is 2 beds, a couple of rough-hewn cabinets, and a cast iron stove or the equivalent of a iron stove, and also at least one table, one that's like a work surface.
Okay, well, it's probably pretty heavy. Well, I'll go out with you, Garm. Help you. I can't offer much help, but I'll keep you company and do what I can to help you.
Hey, if you go out there, there's a tool that you'll probably need. It's, I think, like, I don't know, 30 yards that way. And then there's like something else I threw, like, I don't know, somewhere in that distance. So
Yeah, actually, we were kind of watching that. Yeah, I marked them.
okay, it might come in handy. I don't know. I don't think they're broke, but
Good idea. Yeah, we'll gather up the tools.
All right, so Askelon and Garm are going to go outside and try to fix the boat, get the fire going, get the pitch warmed back up again, gather the tools, and just try to get the thing working. What are Conn and
Conn.
Stas do?
hey, Conn, you got any
What?
silver? You got any silver?
Why?
Come on, you got any silver? You got a silver? One silver?
Yeah, I got a silver. What are you
I got
up
a
to?
silver. I got a silver that says they don't fix the boat. What do you say? Yeah, you take her?
Those 2?
Yeah.
No, I ain't taking that bet.
Come on, 2 silver? 1 to 2.
No, I
You-
just
Hey,
said I don't
win.
think they're going to do it.
All right, fair. I think they might do it then. You want to bet?
Sure,
All right, 1 silver.
I'll take your silver. Yeah, 1
All right.
silver. They don't do it. You say they do it.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
You're on. In the meantime, so we've got a quarter here, Harrigan, eh?
You do.
Okay. I don't know if you allow this narratively. I would like to try to gain the talent of. Sorry, 1 second. I think it's a quick draw. Give me 1 second. Sorry, dude.
You're
Q3.
good.
Q3.
It's Q3.
I
need
will
to move
rest.
the clock.
I'll rest.
Okay.
Conn. All of a sudden, you hear me snoring.
I can sleep through anything.
So it would be fast shooter Harrigan. So you can fire your bow or sling. So fire your bow lightning fast. You don't need to ready the weapon before you shoot with a ranged weapon. So it would be basically just me quick drawing, quick drawing, quick drawing, quick drawing, quick drawing. Put the arrow in the quiver, pull one, pull, like type of thing, right?
Inside the cabin?
Yeah. Do I need to be firing the bow, you think?
Nah.
To learn? Okay. All right. So that's what I'm going to try to practice then this particular quarter. Okay. So I don't have this talent. So what is it you have to do again when you're trying to learn something for the first time?
I think it's a wits roll.
Wits roll.
Wits roll? Okay, great. Yeah. Just straight up wits.
Yep.
I believe so. It's on.
Don't make it yet. So Stas, you're in the cabin too. When the other two go outside, Arda's, I think she probably placed herself in a corner in a chair. She's the kind of person who can get really compact when she wants to. So she's got her whole body, both of her feet, her knees are up, and she's just sort of observing the lot of you. And I'm sure at some point she kind of says, "You're going to put clothes on," to Stas, as you guys are. I would imagine during this quarter is when you're going to eat as well. So when you get a minute, we can make the food and drink rolls as well. But eventually, Stas, you bed down, right? You're going to rest, and Conn, you start doing your drawing. So we got a bunch of rolls we got to make here. Crafting, Garm, that's going to be you, right?
Yep.
You are at a -1 for the rain, -1 for the shortage of supplies, and the fact that Stas and Conn didn't leave it in very good shape, and you're going to +1 for Askelon.
Can I try one other thing? I'm leaving all my stuff other than my little throwing dagger in the cabin, but I am going to bring my sleeping fur with me, and I'm just going to hold it over, put it over my back and do this, so to keep the rain from falling on where he's, he's trying to apply the pitch.
Does your sleeping fur have a die rating for cold?
2.
2.
Yeah, I believe so.
I'll give you a 1 die rating for keeping rain off. So you can throw in an equipment die, Sean, a gear die. But if that comes up a 1, you're going to have wrecked your
got it.
fur.
Gotcha.
So you get that, Sean. -2 for, or I'm sorry, get that, Kevin is what you're not rolling anymore, Sean. So Garm, you're down 2, and then you're back up 2 again, right?
Yep. But one of those became a gear dice.
That's correct.
Yep.
That is correct.
So Phil, that information on the expending experience is on page 39, 40.
Yeah, I got it.
Gotcha. Sorry.
That's
okay.
Okay.
I'm going to roll.
Yes.
Got it?
Yep.
Sorry, I was looking at something else. Look at that. That was only 1 die you were rolling?
No, click on it.
Oh, 1 success.
1 success.
Yeah, I didn't see the dice go by.
Nope.
5 dice, 1 success. All right. So by the time the quarter is over and, it'll be pitch dark outside, the 2 of you are going to have what you believe is a mended rowboat alongside the second one. So well done. Bravo.
Good job.
Garm turns to Askelon. Good idea on the sleeping fur. That helped.
Don't know if it helped, but yeah. Good job.
That's good.
Let's go ahead and see if these rubes that these folks haven't killed themselves.
Yeah. Conn, go ahead and make your roll to see if you have learned quick draw.
Oh.
And that roll can't be pushed. Is that right, guys?
It just says if you fail, keep the XP and try again next quarter. I'm fine with failing. Narratively, I mean, trying to learn it the way that I'm doing it in the cabin without actually firing the bow.
Yeah.
I'm all good with the failure.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. So keep your XP. And so no one's on watch. So let me do one quick thing here. So is there a way on the table to set the security, or is it just set by default to not show you guys the results? Do you know?
You mean for die rolls?
It's all
specifically for the encounter one.
I do not know.
I thought I made rolls as, let me see if I have the option. I think it was self roll or private GM roll, maybe. One of those options would come up, I think, with question marks that you wouldn't be able to see.
Tell me if you see that roll.
We don't. It's question marks.
Okay, so I've got it set to private GM roll, but it seems like that's from the little tray, right? Beneath the chat.
Sure.
When I use the actual module, the pack, it appears to override that. So we'll find out what happens.
Question mark?
It's question marks.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. So give me a second here to do a little bit of scanning.
I'm going to, just FYI, while we're out there fixing that, I'm going to, not trying to distract Garm, but I'm going to basically say, that excitement last night taught me that I cannot rely on my magic alone. Would you be willing to, help me learn how to use my knife a little better?
Of course. A good friend with a trusty weapon that they know how to use is always better than not. Yes, I would be happy to spar with you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Whenever we get the chance.
Okay, so each of you, please do me a favor and make your food and water rolls as well.
Want me to do it even though I'm sleeping?
Yeah, you probably had a bite to eat before you went to bed, right?
Okay.
Ooh, somebody's food went down. Garm. Conn's water went down.
My water went down, but I'm sure I just left my canteen or whatever outside to fill it back up.
In the rain.
In the rainwater,
And lake water. Yeah, it's hard to not imagine you guys couldn't end up with D12 water at any time you want with the lake right there. All right, so by midnight, right, the end of Q3, the boat is repaired and you've kind of set it next to the other boat, probably turn them both over so we're not filling with water. The rain has slackened off considerably, and there's just sort of a mist and a fog by the time that the moon is up. And Stas, you're probably starting to stir a little bit. Conn, you've given up. You're like, your fingers are raw and bloody from all the draws and whatnot. And you can tell that Arda definitely seems to be a bit of a strange duck. There's not a lot of conversation inside the cabin. She watches you. She kind of keeps to herself. You can see her kind of shaking her head a little bit sometimes as you are over and over again going through those motions that eventually just leave you with some bloodied fingers for the time that you're done. Askelon and Garm, as you turn to head, though, something in the water further out kind of catches your eye, like something floating in the water, maybe a couple hundred feet off of shore, and you can only see it because of the moonlight. Looks like almost like debris or wood floating in the water.
Garm. I'll point out in the direction. Look where the moonlight is falling on the water. You see something floating out there?
Yeah. That can't be good. Or it's just refuse.
The wind is coming from the east, and it appears to be pushing whatever this stuff is kind of along. It's not moving fast, but there definitely appears to be something in the water that's sort of surfacing and then not surfacing, like something that's broken up or debris.
Like floating along barely.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Should we take a closer look? What do you think?
I mean, swim out there? No.
Oh, sorry. Used to traveling on land. It's all weird.
It's not raining right now, correct?
It's like a drizzle, like a light, very light rain.
If you've got your eye on it, let me go back and see if I can. Well, actually, did anybody have a lantern? I don't have a lantern.
Got torches.
That won't be much good.
It's a couple of 100 feet away. So the only reason you can even see it is that the surface of the lake is pretty flat at this stage because
Right.
the winds and the rain have kind of died down. So you can definitely tell that something is breaking the surface. A torch or a lantern wouldn't throw any more light on it from this distance.
I'll keep an eye on it if you want to run, get your, I don't think it's necessarily a weapon, but I don't think it's necessarily something bad, but if you want to go back and get your arms, I'll keep my eye on it until you come back.
Gotcha. Good idea. Garm will move up to the cabin and he kind of just like barges the door in with his shoulder. Says something in the water. And he moves directly over to get his shield and sword and gear.
What do you mean? Like a boat? People coming?
It doesn't look like a boat. Looks like something thrown over the side, or I don't know. It's like floating, being moved towards us.
Not moved towards you, from east to west, past you.
Past us. Sorry, the wind seems to be moving it
sorry, I
past
didn't
us.
catch that.
Yep.
It's like a piece of driftwood.
Potentially, I couldn't see it really well. You want to take a look?
Yeah, better than listening to this guy snore.
Is there any rope? I guess I'm not there. Sorry.
I've got rope. I grab my rope.
All right,
Telepathy.
I'll follow Garm out then.
Sorry, man.
All right, so the three of you can gather on the shore, and by the time you get back, Askelon, you kept your eye on the debris, and it definitely looks like wood or something that floats, that breaks the surface from time to time, might be kind of waterlogged, and it's largely moving past you by the time the two get back. So it's not like there's a big, huge amount of the stuff. The chunks aren't like 10 feet long. It's just something that kind of just disturbing the surface of the water, breaking it up a little bit, and kind of catches the eye.
Could it be a boat overturned?
It's possible, but you think the pieces look smaller than that.
Okay. All right.
They look like something that's maybe broken up, like a crate or a barrel or a boat. But it's that sort of debris where there's probably a half dozen pieces that are kind of bobbing, right? Moving together. They're not scooting along, but they're, in 2 minutes, they move quite a ways in the lake. And then in another 5 minutes, they'll be out of sight heading to the west.
Unless someone's wants to swim out there and try to grab any of that. I don't know what else we could do.
I ain't going out there. Not a chance.
Yeah, probably not
Alrighty.
a great idea. Maybe
All right.
something to keep an eye on, though, if there was something broken up in the water and we travel by water.
Yeah, we might spot it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, you said to the east, right? Okay.
Wind,
yeah, we might.
wind is coming from the east, blowing the debris to the west.
Okay, so we won't see it tomorrow.
That's correct. If you're going to go east, you're going to get.
But maybe something. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe something. There's been a storm or something to the east.
And
Okay,
maybe
so you let it go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All righty. So within a few minutes, it's out of sight. The lake becomes flat. The wind is actually starting to die down more and more. The rain stops as we reach the start of Q4, right? So the early hours of the morning. Nothing else happens in terms of what you see in the lake. So no more debris comes, anything like that. So I'd like to know what you're doing for Q4. Is anybody else seeing Wayne's video?
Yeah, it started doing
Glitches.
this.
Video's
I am
glitching.
trying to figure out what's going on.
It's very cyberpunk.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it is for the 80s.
It is. So Stas is rested. So Stas, you can recover your strength damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your clothes, I would imagine, after 6 hours are probably mostly dry. It's a humid environment. Here in Denver, things dry in like 30 minutes. It's great. In Nova Scotia, stuff never dries, ever.
Mm-hmm.
Or in Athens, Georgia, by the way.
Yeah. It just doesn't dry. Like if you wash a
Mosquitoes
dish and
get
leave it
stuck
out,
to it.
Yeah,
Mosquitoes get stuck to it.
Not good. I hate humidity. All right. So Q4, yeah, I would imagine at the beginning of it, the three of you come back in to get out of the wet because the two of you are probably still, even though you had the blanket going along, you're probably still pretty wet and cold and need some rest. So two of you are probably going to rest, right? Maybe even three of you.
Yeah, Garm wants to sleep.
Right. Go ahead first.
Okay.
Yeah, Garm wants to sleep.
Yeah.
So Stas, what are you doing? With the commotion of everybody coming back into the cabin, you're woken up.
Yeah, I get dressed and hopefully my clothes are dry. Hey, so did you guys fix that boat?
Yeah,
Are you
Garm
sure?
Hey, Conn.
What?
I mean, what?
Oh,
Come on.
I hand him over a piece of silver.
You bet against us?
Don't pass judgment upon the lad. It's all good. Congratulations. Well done, chaps. I will keep watch now and make sure that you guys sleep safely. So
Okay.
if you guys do what you want to do, if you need me to do something while I keep watch, just let me know.
What does keeping watch look like, Stas?
I make sure the windows are covered, and if there is a fire inside, that the light doesn't go beyond. I'll even do a round around the cabin to make sure there's no light protruding out from the cracks.
In the wee hours of the morning, it's no longer raining. Certainly the grass is wet and the ground is wet. And I suspect the only light inside the cabin after everybody beds down is probably just the fire, maybe in the stove. So it's just one grate's open. It's just a little bit of light in the room. Keep the shutters closed, the wooden shutters we described before. So it's not like the cabin is lit up from far away, which is, I think, what you're trying to avoid.
Every once in a while, I'll go outside, get some air. So if it's like a few hours or whatever. If I feel groggy inside because of the warm air, I'll go outside as long as it's not raining and look around and maybe do a lap around the cabin and see where Arda is. Like, she inside still? Kind of looking around.
Arda is still inside. In fact, she's sleeping at this stage.
Okay. As long as everybody's bedding down, then I just, every once in a while, I'll do a round. I don't go very far. Just kind of looking.
Go ahead and make me your, I believe it's a scouting roll. Is that right?
It is.
For keeping watch.
Mm-hmm. I swore I clicked it. Maybe it didn't. There we go. Fantastic. That's awesome.
That's fantastic result,
That's
isn't it?
freaking great.
All right. So you do a couple of rounds and then you're like, there's no one coming. It's the middle of the night. The rain has stopped. It's actually kind of beautiful out where the clouds are finally starting to break up a little bit. The moon is much brighter than it was. It was starting to come out when you guys saw the debris on the water. Now it's fully out. And eventually dawn comes. You wake the others up. Let me see what our weather's like today. It's completely overcast in the morning, and there'll probably be some light drizzle throughout the day, but not like the torrential rain you had yesterday. So it's overcast in the morning when the five of you are now up and going.
All right, ladies. Rise and shine. Rise and shine. New day. Still shitty outside. Not as shitty. Still shitty.
Well, ain't that a comfort?
At least we won't drown by having the water from the sky fill our boat.
You won't. All right. So what is the plan for Q1? I need to change the clock here.
We taking the boats across the lake?
Across, or are we going to go head to the east? Or is that what you meant? We know we need to go to the east. Right?
Is the town that we're looking for kind of like northeast, or like which side of the lake is it on? I got the impression that it was across the lake, kind of northeast, but I could be wrong.
You don't know the answer to that. You know it's in the
Gotcha.
east.
Gotcha.
Well,
All right.
Arda told us there was the town across the lake
She did.
that was not where we want to go.
Oh,
But
that's
the
one of
lake
Ross Brothers.
does kind of, because the lake does go up towards or whatever the spotty water is, does go up towards the north and east. So I thought we were just going to see how far we could get. But I don't know.
Girl, what is your name?
I just said her
Arda.
name, Arda.
I'm sure she could speak for herself. You say there's a town across the water?
A village.
What's the name?
Dorfa?
Dorfa. How big a village?
I don't know. 100 souls?
Have you gone there? Have you been?
Not in some time. The Rust brothers frequent that place.
Are they in league with the Rust brothers?
No, but they're afraid of them.
Rightfully so.
People will tell them. The Rust brothers have eyes in different places because they threaten everyone.
Are you accommodating us? You accompanying us, not accommodating. You're accommodating us by having us here, but are you going to accompany us on our journey? Or are you going to stay here, or maybe you go to the village?
She looks at you and she says, I've changed my mind. I'm staying.
Why?
You may take the boats.
You're going to stay here by yourself?
She nods.
You think that's wise?
It's all I have.
Yeah. Might be able to find a place that has more.
Maybe. I'll visit the village in my own time. I'll make sure it's safe. You may take the boats. I'm not going to be a fisher person.
I think we only need one.
Huh?
All right.
We only need one boat, don't we?
No, we
we're
needed
gonna take
two.
both.
That's why we figured that they're too small for all four of us in there, plus our gear.
Would indeed be better in two. I think we described all four of you could fit in one if you wanted to risk that.
Yeah, no, let's not do that.
2 and 2 would be easier, or 2 and
Yeah.
3.
You'd be safer with us if you want to come. We'd love to have you. We'll protect you. We're going to strike it rich. Going to go to the north. Open some trade routes. Do some bartering. Good money.
I can look after myself.
Huh? What happened to the ones that were with you here?
That's a different story. They caught us unawares.
Oh, but you're going to be awares. You know you have to sleep sometime.
I do. I didn't think you wanted me to come with you before.
You're warming up to me. What can I say? You want to stay? That's
I'm
your
warming
choice.
up to you.
Well, If you want to stay. That's your choice.
I mean, he's correct. If you want to say that is your choice, if you do want to come with us, then
Understood. And the offer is generous. I would love to learn more of your history, Askelon, your people.
I've come to learn from yours, but maybe we'll see each other again. No,
maybe we will. For now, my place is here, but maybe we will.
Is there anything we can do before we leave for you?
She thinks for a minute. Just know you've helped. You've buried with the burial, fighting off the Rust brothers. You've done more than we could ask, frankly. Take the boats. If you don't need both of them, leave them where they land. I may find them at some point.
Dig through my pack. Throw her some food. Here. Take this. It'll last you a little while before you get some more fish. And this is at least the cost of having us stay here and eat some of the fish that you had. It's not much. But
she catches it. Roll your food resource die, Sean.
No, I just subtract one, right?
Oh, you're giving one. You're giving enough for a whole.
Yeah,
okay.
I give her a die. Type.
Go for it.
So that puts me down to a die 8.
Okay. Lots of food.
Yeah, lots of food. I'm a hunter, man. I can hunt. I don't know if she can, but.
Garm, what are you doing while all this conversation's going on?
Garm just listens quietly and then afterwards says, "It was nice to fight alongside you. Appreciate the help. Good luck.
You too.
Maybe we will see each other again."
She nods. Says, "Kill lots of Rust brothers."
Mm-hmm. Yes. Agreed.
She's like,
Mm-hmm.
Under my breath, anybody like those guys? Anybody? I don't understand.
Huge douches.
Not even their mothers, I'm sure.
That's right. All right. Is it a boat journey? Is it? What are your plans for Q1?
Sure. Sorry, before Conn leaves the hut, though, Harrigan, he is going to turn to Arda.
Okay.
You're making a mistake.
Alone or with everybody present?
I guess I'd be the last one to leave, maybe just as a parting word. Right. You're making a mistake.
Conn! Conn! You coming?
Jesus. You're making a mistake. If they come back, they're going to do horrible things to you. And then they'll kill you. And that'll be a blessing. You really should come with us. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
She reaches past you and she closes the door to shut Stas out because Stas is doing his.
I'm down like a little ways away, yelling.
Yeah,
from a distance.
but
Yeah, okay.
she closes the door so they can't see you anymore,
Got
and
it.
you can't call in.
Got it.
She turns to Conn and she just looks at you and she says, "You don't want me with you. Trust me."
All right. Well, we gave you fair warning. Good luck to you.
And to you.
Okay. I'm going to leave. And as I kind of march over to the boats, look at Stas. When did you become so bloody terrible? First, you don't want her around.
Terrible.
Now,
I asked her to
you want
come
around.
along.
What is with you?
I gave her food. What are you yelling at me for?
Why? That is completely out of your character. Are you feeling okay? You feel a little sick?
Hey, I've got a little heart. I can find more food. I don't know if she can.
I think she's more than capable.
There's more to me than meets the eye there, buddy boy.
Clearly, you are a contradiction.
By the way, I'm getting in the boat with Garm.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You guys I'm in with Garm.
In a good boat too, probably.
Bloody
Where the hell are those guys going? Ah, for fuck's sake.
All right, well,
That was
I'm in the rear. You're up in the front.
Yep.
Fine.
There's 2 sets of oars, so one each can paddle. I presume that's Conn and probably Garm. Yeah. Oh my. Are you heading? I'll ping the map. You heading here?
I thought we were heading east.
Right, but I think we have to go through that hex to then get to this hex.
Oh, gotcha.
Correct.
Okay, yeah.
The shack is like on the body of water right there.
Sure,
basically.
makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
Boat
sea
journey
travel.
time.
Sea travel, I think, is still 2 hexes a day, is it not? Excuse me, 2 hexes a quarter.
Well, you're entering
Oh,
entering stuff I don't know.
I know.
Are we able to look for that debris if we're heading in that direction to start off, or no, Harrigan?
It depends on how. I'd certainly let you do that. Yeah. Depending on how long you want to look, and maybe the result of a roll, it might take you a while and put us in the wrong direction, right?
Yeah, no. Let's get moving here. Forget it. That's okay.
yeah.
Okay, so I need to know who leads the way, and this is called skipper when you have a boat.
Oh gosh, that's not.
And
I am a pathfinder, but I don't know if that's me.
There's a talent for skipper, so your pathfinder talent doesn't work on the water, from the sounds of it.
Yeah, no, that's not.
You need to have skipper.
It should be these 2 who just hauled out of here like toot sweet. So yeah, Askelon and Garm lead the way on this. That ain't us. We are
just
way back.
we just wanted to make sure that we got that boat out of your way before the 2 of you got in. And
Oh, that's funny. I'm reading through the sea travel too. That's funny. Yeah. I can lead the way. We can go the long way around.
And should we have the other boat keep watch type of thing? Sure. That makes sense.
Or
Stas, since I'm rowing.
Okay. There you go. So Stas keeps watch, and Garm, you're leading the way. Is that right?
sure.
Okay.
oh boy,
The two rowboats
why are we
put out
doing
there.
this?
It's exciting.
Right?
Why? Y'all played this game before. We should always put our best foot forward.
So remember, rivers. This is all water.
We're in a sorry. Yeah.
Let me ask this: Who is wearing what in the 2 rowboats? Like, what is on your body, and what is in a sack or a backpack in the bottom of the boat getting wet? Because these are wooden rowboats. The bottom of the boat will be wet, regardless of what you do.
Well, I mean,
decision time.
I guess my pack. I just have a pack and my, and myself. I don't have any armor or.
Askelon, I'm thinking more for the armored among you who have to make some decisions.
No.
I don't have any armor.
So can I wear my studded leather? Does that hurt me if I go to swim later?
Yes, it does. It won't make you drop like a rock, but it will certainly be an impediment to any kind of swimming check.
I think he would pack it all up into a sack.
Okay.
With the shield. I bet I even take a little bit of rope and I like tie things to the boat a little bit. Tie my pack to the boat so in case we flip, then it's still there.
Okay.
Pack it all in on the shield. That way, the shield is
right
on the bottom of the boat, and it's not shield. Shielding.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Yep. Broadswords across it.
Okay. You're the only person with armor, and you're not wearing it, right?
Right.
Okay. The two boats, stroke, and you see the cabin. You see Arda standing in the doorway of the cabin, just watching you. Weird chick. If you haven't figured it out by now.
Yeah.
So the
not
2
quite
boats.
Sure what her deal was.
That's a good way of looking at it. So the cabin sort of fades in the distance a little bit, gets smaller and smaller as you get further and further from shore. And as you'll see, you can see on the map actually already to the east, it looks like there's a narrows and then the lake opens up. So if you head to the northeast from, where you row out onto the middle, the lake's going to get much bigger from there, but you have to go through a bit of a narrows to get there. Kevin, when you just looked at the travel rules, is it 2 hexes per quarter?
I didn't say.
I couldn't find like direct text that said it is 2 hexes per quarter.
In this game, we're not supposed to be on water.
That could be it. That might be it. Works like journeys on land, but some differences. I think I'm just going to go with 2 hexes per.
Right.
Per quarter.
It's interesting because it just says requires a boat or raft instead of saying open or difficult terrain, which is what determines how fast you can go. So yeah, I would assume.
Yeah. You know what? I can work with that because there's places on the map where there's all kinds of like shoals and islands, which is probably more difficult terrain. Right. So we'll lower your speed to 1. Go ahead, Wayne.
You could use difficult terrain to mean the winds against you.
Absolutely.
Or tide and just make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do all of those things. So in fact, I just realized that, apologies for this, for the system part of it. When you advance the clock, it actually changes the weather automatically. Right. Oh. So by the time we get to the morning, the skies are actually clearing. So you had that, we'll call the overcast and drizzle was Q4 of the last day. So by the time you're putting the boats out, you've actually got some patches of blue sky overhead. It looks like you may actually have a good day of rowing ahead of you. All right, let's go ahead and make the journey roll first. Lead the way.
So that's survival.
That's survival, modified by skipper. No one has skipper.
Yep. So it's just survival.
Straight up survival.
I got this. I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's quartermaster do. Why is that popping up? Oh, that's when I make camps. Okay. It's been a little bit. Okay. Here we go.
Yeah, you got it.
We're in the little water. We go to the big water. Keep it simple.
Do one more quick thing here. A little bit of this. Okay. All right. So after a couple of hours, you get so far from, these were 6 mile hexes, right? So you get a few miles from shore, and you're out in the middle of the lake, and you can see those mountains on your north and northwest. The shore kind of pretty rugged terrain, much more rugged than the terrain in the woods to the south. So with that sort of bounding you on one side, you turn to the northeast and you start putting your back into getting the 2 dories aimed that way, and you keep going. You can make another lead the way check.
Or does somebody overtake us and they can take over leading the way? Nope.
If you want to switch out rowing, you can certainly do that.
I don't have survival, so.
Okay.
I do have scouting.
In Forbidden Lands, you didn't take survival.
I didn't. I have nothing. I got no survival, no
survival. I'm better at that than if we're doing a survival roll. I got 6 dice total. All right.
It's one of you is leading the way. So far it's Garm.
Yeah.
Your boat is doing the keep watch thing.
Yeah.
Which is scouting.
All right. So narratively, maybe kind of to Stas, why the hell are we going so far out into the middle of the lake? What is Garm doing? This is not a good idea.
I don't know. You want me
to wake?
Should we go different? Should we just?
Yeah, look, if we go this way, we'll easily overtake them. Yeah. And we won't be so far out into the middle of the lake.
Yeah, screw that. Right,
closer to shore.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right, I'm
with you. I'll
so
keep
Conn
an eye
is
out.
leading the way.
Yes.
Yep. Right into some rocks.
All right. So there's that moment where the 2 boats are like quite far apart. There's a lot of like, you guys are like, we're going this way. I'm presuming you're not like shouting to each other. You're keeping relatively low profile throughout this. Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that.
No.
Yeah.
I imagine there's shouting and cursing going on.
Garm,
Okay.
why are you so far out of the middle of the
Wrong
lake? Come on,
way.
this way. Come on, this way.
This way.
There's
This way.
one boat that is shouting a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, large.
Garb just
Okay.
like steers around and follows him.
All right. So I need somebody I need Conn to lead the way. And I
Somebody
might
keep
need
watch.
somebody in Askelon or Garm's boat to keep watch. Maybe.
Sure.
I got to keep watch of 5. Let me do that.
Let's have
Okay.
Conn roll first.
I mean,
Sure.
that's 5
And that-
dice total.
And I kind of look at. Do you want to do a little fishing? I got fishing hook and line.
Are we in a hurry?
No, I don't think so. We're making good time, I think.
Well, maybe we should do it at the end of the day. Maybe we find a good spot.
All right, fair enough. I mean, we're out in the middle of the lake, do a little trolling, but that's fine.
But you can't know where we're going and fish at the same time.
No, you.
Oh, I don't know if I'm very.
No,
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe.
Oh, no, it's fine. That's fine. I'll just keep rolling here, and you just enjoy yourself up at the front of the boat.
I mean, I could put it in the water, I guess, and drag it and see if something hits it. I don't know.
Exactly.
Is this shit that hard? I don't know.
No, just put it in the water, get the line wet.
I'm not a fisherman. Hey, full disclosure. I know my weaknesses. Whatever.
Beginner's luck, maybe.
Do
Who
you?
knows?
That's all right.
Okay.
All right. So I'll roll first, though. Okay, Harry.
Yep.
And then we'll okay, here we go.
Yep.
God.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Thank
Look
you.
at that.
You're good.
Boom.
Yay.
All right. So, Conn, it sounds like you're trying to get closer to the shore. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm watching for rocks, but yeah, a little bit closer to the shore for sure.
Okay. Okay. So before you even check on keeping watch, here goes Sean. Does anybody do we need to take a 5-minute break for the whole crew?
That'd work well.
Someone says with their teeth floating. That would work well.
I would appreciate that.
Okay, when we come back, we'll have the fishing roll. Let's do the fishing roll, then we'll go. Do your fishing roll quick, Sean. Stas. So
What is it?
that's
Survival?
survival, but take one away because the boat is just moving. So you're at a -1 modifier. You're
But you
not,
may get a gear bonus from.
Yeah, the
You gotta,
fishing
yeah,
line.
you gotta.
yeah, if you have a fishing line. Yeah.
I do. So I tell in my
Give it
bag
to
there, I
him.
got some fishing
Yeah.
line and a lure and a hook.
There you go. So you're gonna troll.
So fishing line and lure is 1 die?
Mhm.
It adds
Okay.
1. And you're at a negative modifier for the boat moving along. Look at
Oh,
you.
nice.
Oh, see, I know what I'm talking about.
I don't have any survival. Like, that's all.
No.
All right. So on that note, we were going to take a break. Let's take a 5-minute break, and I'll be able to look at what 3 successes on a fishing table means. Because I think you just got
Nice.
like a tuna.
Big musky. Big
Yeah.
musky.
Mhm.
Sturgeon.
Holy
Well,
shit, what do I do? Something's going on. What do I do?
Pull,
We need a bigger
pull
boat.
it in,
Bum,
pull
bum.
it in.
There's so much yelling and screaming coming from one place.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
And it sinks. Yeah. Oh, all right. I'll see you in 5. So Conn and Stas, not only do you lead the way and kind of, find a good path, a little bit closer to shore, a little lower risk, but by the end of by midday, by the end of a 6-hour period, the boat is like full of fish. You've got 3 units of fish. You had 3 successes, right, Stas?
No,
Wasn't that
just
right?
1.
I thought there were 3.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was 3 successes, Sean.
Why does it only say 1 then?
Why does it say 1?
Because I had
'Cause
a
it is.
minus.
Oh, that's weird.
No, it did it wrong.
It didn't do it right.
Did I
That
do the
is
die pool
crazy.
wrong?
Maybe.
Because I put in the gear die and then I took a modifier of -1.
How many wits do you have total? 3 or 4?
3.
3.
Oh, you.
Did I do it wrong?
The negative
Negative
die
die?
actually removed a success.
It did. What is that about?
That is
That's
freaky.
weird.
So I don't want to take the time to unwind it. Put 3
Yeah.
units of fish in your boat.
Yeah.
It was a fantastic fishing roll. So remember, if you don't cook it, you have to consume it today or it spoils, basically.
Right.
So you've probably got 3-4 good sized fish in the bottom of the boat, I would think.
God, look at this.
Incredible. I knew it. You're a natural.
What do I do with them?
We're going to eat them.
Oh, of course.
Just leave them in the bottom of the boat. They'll just die.
Okay. They're flipping
flapping.
around and going crazy.
Give it time.
What are those?
Let them asphyxiate.
Yeah,
What are those two doing?
I don't know, but it got quiet. It
Lot of
Standing
like
up.
jumping
bad.
around.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, now it's
Oh, we
You
jinxed
seen
it.
them
Jinxed
pull
it.
them up like, look what I've got.
Oh, fishing. That's a good idea. Garm's like, I have a fishing line in the bag. We'll get to that later.
Okay.
All righty. There you go. You both fish as you go.
Mhm.
All right. So by midday, if you look at the map, you'll see that you've moved into this little kind of through the narrows. And there's a few islands off to your right as well on that south side of this, by the southern shore.
Okay.
And you can see the northern shore as well. But you can either from here go into open water, which would be the northeast, or you can stick closer to the shore, which is harder terrain, as we discussed earlier, because of all the little shoals and islands and that sort of thing. So if you go to the northeast, you can make good time. If you go to the southeast, it'll be slower go.
Going out into open water, though.
We're just following you, Conn.
You know what? Fishing's been good. Maybe we should go southeast. Down by these rocks. I don't know if I want to head out into open water.
That's fine.
We'll be moving a little slow, but all right. Well, would this be basically the end of our day then, Harrigan, if we do this one?
Correct.
Pull up. Oh yeah, okay.
That's correct. You'll probably put into the shore. Otherwise, I mean, if you think about it, otherwise, if you go 2 hexes and you end up in the middle of the water, you're going to have to either keep. But you remember, you do have more daylight as well.
We have more
It's
daylight.
summer.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's
You got
not
more
like
daylight.
Yep. You could
Which way
really
we going,
power
Stas?
through if you wanted to. Yeah. What are you gonna? Let's say this. Let's bring the 2 boats side by side. So you're kind of, you're taking a breather and you're trying to decide which way we're going to go from here. What do you guys decide?
We really haven't gone that far from the shack. Let's
It's like
We
right
could-
there.
it's
We
right,
could
right
push
there.
on. We could
Poor
push on.
Arda's
We
still waving at us.
we could push on, but we would just get tired, and then we could rest once we find a good place ashore.
It's
I
true.
mean, if you go out too, you could just hang a right or whatever and make it back to land.
Yeah, I can
But
always
it's
hug
your
the
call.
coast, right, Conn?
That's what I was thinking, but there's a lot of rocks out there. It's going to slow us down.
We can't damage the boats. That's bad news.
That's true. All right, then. Harrigan, the weather, calm.
It's clear skies.
How's that lake?
Not,
How are those waves
not much
looking?
wind. No, they're pretty placid.
Okay. All
I
right.
even
good-
take
it's good
advantage
rowing.
of the weather as it's good.
All right.
Oh,
All right. Here we go.
So who's
God.
going to lead, Conn?
Yeah.
And which way are you going? Into the open water?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Let me expose it and you make your roll
I'm rolling.
here.
We're good.
Okay.
I'm rolling. Feel a little nauseous. I'm rolling.
Look at you go.
oh, look at that!
You're a regular skipper.
He is a regular skipper.
The smell of the fish.
Very, very excited.
Well, it's
Good.
clear skies under that miserable shit we had the other days. Fish.
These fish, they're going to taste good, fresh. Not like that salted stuff we've been eating. You're
Yeah,
actually going to be able
getting
to
it out
taste
of
them.
that barrel back at that lady's place. No good.
Not the best.
No.
But it keeps.
Right. Yeah.
That's essentially cooking it, right?
Mhm. Yes. Yep. If it's all right, I'm gonna fish while we go. I'm gonna troll.
It is all right. I was going to make the offer here. Let me show you a little more of the surrounding area here. All right. Can you guys see a little bit more now?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. So you can
Ooh.
tell and go ahead and do
Open
your
water.
Yeah, so the open water to the northeast. If you go north, it looks like there's some water, but there's probably a shoreline up there somewhere.
Mhm.
To the southeast, looks like open water too. So northeast and south, or excuse me, northeast and southeast, exactly.
So that looks that's open water.
Yep,
And
and that's also open water.
Do I have any negatives or anything to fishing?
You do. You have a -1 because you're trying to make good time more than you are trying to fish, right? You're not sticking around one good spot. But you can
What's
fish.
he doing? Hey,
Who's fishing? Is Askelon rowing?
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, we can
Okay.
switch.
what are you
I
doing?
got a streak of 3. I'm not like
Oh, yeah, it's pretty good.
Garm, what are you doing?
Nothing. Gonna push?
Ooh, I'd love to push.
Gonna put that hook back in the water?
We've got fish.
It's interesting. It took my gear and added it as a skill die instead of a gear die.
Con, look at those two.
In that
what's
case,
it-
I'm not going to push because that would be a skull on the gear die, not the skill die.
oh,
So
you'll use your hook.
Yep, I don't want to lose it. So
So is there something going on with the dice roller? It appears to be.
What?
But you're saying that the gear die didn't show up as a gear die, right?
yeah,
No, it showed up as
it
it showed
showed
up
up as a skill die instead.
Is it supposed to do
Weird.
that? Isn't
No.
the gear die separate? Right. It's black or
Depends.
whatever.
It's supposed to
Kevin,
be.
did you roll off your gear?
No, I rolled off of survival.
That would be
That's
the
why.
problem.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why. Okay. All right.
Yep.
We'll try to correct that going forward. But what
Yep.
you're saying is it would be a gear dive. It's a 1, so you're not going to push it.
Bingo.
You don't want to watch your line in the water behind you like, oh,
Yep. Nope.
damn it.
Put that thing away, you idiot. We got
What?
fish. How much do you think you can eat in a day?
A lot.
Give the guy, hey, how do they say it, Con? Give the guy
A bone?
fish.
Give him a fish. That's not a saying.
Give him a fish. He eats for a
hand?
day. Give him a fishing line, and he screws it all up.
No. Maybe he
Oh.
eats forever. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I don't either.
I don't know.
Hey, man, you're making good. You're doing good.
We're doing all right. Don't jinx it.
All right.
All right, Conn, which way are we going now?
Yeah. So by mid-afternoon, you've been at it for 3 hours and you've got open water basically to the east, whether you go north or south.
Yeah.
As a little, or you can go towards the northern shore, or you can go due south if you want to, back towards those shoals and
Oh,
islands.
let's not do that. Let's not do
We
that.
travel 4
No.
hexes to go 1.
Yeah. So
You are in rowboats.
Southwest, we want to stay towards the south shore, or do we want to go north?
We want to go in this direction eventually, right? But I don't know where,
Well, then let's go north and stay by land.
Okay.
We good with that?
You're leading the way. Go.
All right, yeah.
Eventually, we're gonna have to hit land to eat this fish. I can't cook it here.
Well, then let's stay close to shore. We'll cut across the lake.
There's an orc delicacy known as sushi. I will teach you.
Plus those mountains. They should keep the Rust brothers and some of the Urhur away from us.
Huh? Yeah.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Maybe. All right, so we're gonna go north, Harrigan. Do I have to roll again?
Yep.
God,
New
every
hex.
hex, eh? Every
Yeah.
hex. This is terrifying.
Hex.
This is unnerving.
I'm doing that
I
right,
know.
aren't I? It's every
Oh,
hex.
I mean, I know this system. I'm just waiting for it to just nail me. Oh, look at this.
It will
Doing
nail
well so far.
us because I think
Right.
mishaps on journey screws the party.
Yeah.
I will point
Yeah,
out
yeah.
you failed your first 3 rolls of this game. So, maybe
Yeah.
you got a little karma coming.
Yeah, here we go. All right, good.
Let me get the fog cleared off here and do one of these. There we go.
Oh, it's that village. Mm.
Oh,
So that
really?
is. I need to do one more thing here, but get us to the end here. 1 sec.
Oh, so that's where it is.
Not me to do that.
Is that place she was mentioning? Arda?
Yeah.
I don't
Uh-oh.
know. That doesn't seem across the way to me. Sounds like we are down a ways from there, no?
Maybe a little bit. I don't know.
That's pretty much across the lake from where her shack is.
I
That's
suppose. I don't know.
we don't want to get. I don't think we want them seeing us out here.
What?
Stop yelling.
We
Shh.
could sell the
It's
fish.
one time.
No,
One time.
Stas. That's where the Rust brothers are. Daft fool.
But they don't like them.
Don't like who? They don't like me.
No, they
That-
don't like the Rust brothers, the people of the village.
No, that's not what she said. She said that they're cowed by the Rust brothers and they're their eyes and ears. They
Wow,
hate them,
that's-
but they work for them because they got no
Yeah.
choice.
Fair.
We could liberate them.
What?
All right. How do you
Four of
liberate
us.
allies?
We're going. I thought you said we were going north to make
Oh.
some money. What are we?
Yeah, north.
Right.
That's yeah. That's where it
We're
is.
And that's where we're heading now. We're going to keep going north.
Yeah, north.
All right.
We going more?
Here. Yeah, we're going to go. We can't stop here. The village is right there. We have to go. We've got to cut along the coast here. We're going to head northeast.
All right, Conn.
So before
All right,
you do that,
Oh gosh. Okay.
so by the time you get to that where the marker is right now, it's about supper time, right? 6 p.m. It's the end of Q2, right? So sun is not getting that low because we have summertime light, but it's still pretty far down through the sky. You do see that there's some structures that you can see. You can't quite tell if they're still standing or if they're older from here. Or some. It's just you're a few miles away. You can definitely see some structures. You don't see anybody out and moving, but that may just be because you're too far out. I do want whoever is keeping watch in the other boat to make a keep watch roll. All right. So this will be interesting because keeping watch here in the boats gives you, if you're successful, you get a preview of what's coming, right? A little bit of a take action. So I know what to do. Okay. So who was it that made the roll? Sorry.
Askelon.
That was Askelon. So while the two boats are heading kind of due north, and you can see that not only are you heading for you're heading past the shore and past those structures, but dead ahead of you, there's pretty heavy woods, if you can see on the map there. So not very far from landing on the shore, there's pine trees, and they're dense. And above those pine trees, you see 3 figures flying in the air. Winged creatures that look like they might be 5 to 6 feet tall or long. They're pretty big. What does Askelon do when he notices those critters?
I will point. I'll say above the trees is that, and I'll make a lore roll if I can to see if I can figure out what the heck they are. But I think there may be harpies.
Go ahead and make a lore roll.
I get thrown up in this game too.
Oh my heavens!
I've read a lot of books.
Yes,
I've read a lot of
apparently.
books.
Apparently.
I take out my Audubon guide.
Nice.
And you flip to the let me see if I have a picture actually. One second.
There's this really cool anime called Ranja. It's by Studio Ghibli. And there are some freaking terrifying harpies in that TV show.
They're not very big. I thought there was a way for me to actually show the picture to you. I guess not. I'm not going to worry about it.
Okay.
So these are indeed harpies, women with lank, greasy hair, wings instead of arms, bare breasts, twisted torsos, clawed feet that are kind of clawing at the air as they flap their wings. They appear to be circling something in the woods, and you see one of them dive down every once in a while and go after it. And it's a pretty good chance if they look your way, they will see you on the lake.
Oh my goodness. Get over to the other boat. I don't want to scream. I'll yell that to Garm. You better take over. No.
Yep.
Get us over to the other boat. And I'll come up and I'll be like, there are harpies over there. 3 of them.
Garm sees them as well.
Ooh. Garm looks down at his pack, all of his gear, and looks up.
How far are we from land?
I would say probably not that far. If you see that the land encroaches pretty far into the hex, right? A couple hundred feet, maybe, if you wanted to go kind of due west or towards them, right? Because they're over the forest in the north.
If we go towards them, are they far enough into the woods that the woods will actually cover us? You know what I'm talking about? If they're up here and we go towards them, are we actually going to get, covered by the trees?
Eventually, but not right away, certainly. Depends on how high they fly, right? At their current altitude, you could potentially sort of sneak in under the cover of the trees if you went straight for them, which is what you're getting at.
I'm going to say I think we should do that. Go straight at them.
Straight at them.
It's the only way. If they catch us out on the lake, we're fucked. We'll never outrun them in a rowboat.
We would get into those woods. I could lead us north.
Pull.
Oh, damn it. And I start pulling.
Garm tries to stealth row, which always goes poorly in movies.
Yeah. And actually, Stas, you take the oars, and I get my bow out. And I ready an arrow. Actually, I don't know if I can ready an arrow, but I get my bow out. Take the oars, Stas.
Yeah, I got him.
All right, man. Just go slow. Don't make too much noise in the water.
All right. Okay.
Okay, we're going to test the mechanics here a little bit. Remind me, I think. So when you make you are successful at your keep watch, you can decide to just had it. Where'd it go? One of the things you can do is sneak away, which I think is what you guys are trying to do, right? Keep watch. Here it is. Forgive me here. I thought I just had it a second ago. Keep watch. Here it is. You can decide whether to show yourselves, set up an ambush, or sneak away undetected. And the sneak is in a font that suggests they mean the skill, right? So you can attempt to do a sneak check. I don't think you're trying to do any kind of like ambush, right? So you're not going to do that thing where you compare your sneak with their scouting, that whole thing where, depending on how far away you are and all that sort of stuff. But what I am wondering is whether or not I have both groups roll or just one group roll. So let me go to the skill section for a second. Group rolls right here. Choose who among you is best suited to take on the challenge. So which among you will lead a sneak stealth roll?
Conn.
I'm pretty good at it.
The others may help if it's relevant. So I'll tell you what.
Stealth.
Askelon kind of gave us some good advice here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Give me back those. Stas, give me back yours. I think I know the best route.
All right. Go ahead.
Right.
So you see it. Go ahead.
Is it just the +1 modifier then?
Yeah, but don't roll yet. So
Okay,
you basically spy a particularly tall group of, stand of trees. You're like, let's make for those, right? And they're closer to you. It shuts out into the water.
Love it. Okay.
And what I want to do for the group roll, so you nominate one person to roll, that's Conn. And I would say someone in the other boat can help. And I think we've determined that's Askelon. So, right. And I don't think the people who are sitting and laying low can help here. So you're going to be rolling your regular, is it stealth or sneak in this game?
Stealth.
Remind me.
All right. So I'm rolling stealth +1. No minuses here again. We're all good.
Roll it. Don't roll it yet. I got one thing I want to check.
Damn it.
Nope, that's all right. That's okay. You know what? They do get, I'm sorry. Keep your roll, but because it used the word sneak, that means it's stealth versus their scouting.
Yeah, I love it. Okay.
Do you want to
They are
push that
distracted
roll?
by whatever they're swooping around. Let's
You want to push that stealth?
Oh, do I want to push it? Oh, really? Are we thinking of this?
Well, you only got one success.
I
I don't
see.
say that in a judging tone.
No,
You
I
got
get
a
it. Yeah, I got one success against the Harpies.
Okay.
Yeah, I can push it. I mean, we're coming close to the end of the day. I can always rest. Saying that, though, this is going to impede my ability to shoot these things when they come swooping at us. But here we go.
Booyah! Look
All
at
right.
that.
Okay.
What have you got?
3
Three
successes.
successes.
3 successes. All
Yeah,
right.
1 damage to agility. Is that a willpower point, too?
Yes, it is.
Oh, love
Heck
it. Good.
yes.
Good.
You
It
lucky
is.
bastard.
It's all automatic. I'm looking up. Oh, yes, another willpower.
I made one freaking roll this entire game.
Yeah, and you're the magic
Out of
user. You're
zero-
like, I want to make all the rolls. I need to
want
push
to do everything. Yeah, I want to. Yeah.
That's right. All right. So just for future reference, I'm not going to backtrack here. Group stealth rolls are different than regular group rolls. You're supposed, I just found a little passage. You're supposed to take the person who has the worst stealth.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
And that's okay. Let's not worry about it because you got 3. They got 1 success. So as you get closer, you start to hear them. Just like, what's going? I don't want anything to do with those 3. And they're diving down on something in the woods. They come up and you can see they've got some kind of mangled like meat and entrails coming up. They're on top of something, but you glide both boats in to this little, you can beach them both if you want to, but you come in below the tree line so that you can hear the harpies, but you can't see them anymore. They are out of your line of sight and you're out of their line of sight, which is the most important part. And that ends the quarter. So what do you do?
It's dark now, right?
It is not dark. It is
Oh, not yet.
supper time. So the sun is low in the sky, which you probably have 3, 4 or 5 more hours of good light.
Gotcha.
But you can hear these harpies.
Gotta keep going. Stay close to the trees.
And, do we hug the tree line?
Yeah.
Go up this way?
Yeah, hug the tree line. Yes. Are you
You
muted,
certainly
Sean?
could.
I am muted.
Oh, sorry if
Yeah.
we missed something you were saying there.
No.
It was just him screaming at the harpies, starting a combat.
All right. Yeah.
Stop
let's-
making that damn noise.
You should probably get away from him.
Yeah, keep going.
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna lead the way and
Okay.
take us in that direction.
Okay, so I will offer some not advice, but some clarity here. It's 6 p.m., so it's the end of Q2. The harpies are still there, so you could certainly try to do your sneak both boats, very close to the shore, kind of along the water, right? In which case, I'll probably make you roll. I'll follow the proper rules and make the worst stealth is going to have to roll, but there will be a bonus because you are below the tree line, right? You're in good position. You could also wait half the quarter and see if the harpies stick around. There's a chance the harpies will come towards you, but there's a chance they'll just fly in the other direction. So you know what I mean? You can just hunker down for a while, or you can get a move on. I see a lot of
Keep
shaking
going.
heads for both of those options.
I heard they're foul. I want to deal with them.
Somewhere a beard reeks.
I knew a guy who got puked on one by once.
And we're on water.
Shat on. It was the worst.
I mean, they're big fly. They're probably from those mountains.
Right.
They won't be living in the woods.
Yeah.
They don't nest on the sea. They'll be flying away from here once they feed.
Maybe we should wait then.
I think we should wait,
All
but
right.
only if we could be quiet.
We all look at Stas.
I will be quiet.
All right, so there's going to be some amount of waiting it out. Do you pull the boats in? Do you are you both sitting in the boats just offshore? How do you wait?
Oh, pull them into shore.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so you pull the boats in on shore, and you can actually get into the trees if you want to, because the trees, like I've described before, are pretty close to the water.
Yeah.
So pull both boats up. Who hasn't rolled a die in a while? Let's have Stas. Stas, roll me a d6, and you probably don't want to roll a 1.
Here it comes.
Boy, there we go.
Well done. Well done, Stas.
Yep. So that's going to mean that after, say, 30 minutes or so, the sounds of these shrieking she-devil winged lady things gets louder and louder. As you're looking up, you see their shadows go right overhead. And I need the person who has the worst stealth to make a group stealth roll to see if they spot you or the boats.
I have a 3.
3.
I got
me.
4.
Conn's pretty good. Wayne or Sean, which one of you guys wants to roll it?
I want to roll it because maybe I'll
There
fail.
you go.
Because you're the wizard.
Power.
There you go.
That's right. All right. So I'm going to say this. You're going to give you a bonus because you're in the woods, but you left the boats out on the lake, didn't you?
No, we
took them up to the shore.
But I mean, they're not on the trees.
Right. We didn't carry him into the woods.
They're beached.
Oh no, we didn't beach them. No.
Yeah.
So I think it's a wash. You're in the trees, but you've got the boats that are parked on the shore.
Harsh,
it's a straight
but fair.
Okay. All right.
Yes. Good work.
Can I
Wayne.
push anyway? Sorry.
Of course
I
you
think
can.
additional
Harrigan's
stealth.
gonna roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
I've got to roll, right?
And here comes 2 skulls.
I'll push it.
Oh,
Yes.
See, now you're leaning into the spellcaster part of this where you want a little bit of the failure.
Absolutely.
Just a little bit.
Correct me if I'm wrong on this, Sean. These are virtually all contested roles, aren't they? These stealth scouting ones, when you're trying to hide and that sort of thing.
Well,
Oh dear.
yeah, unless it's keep watch.
I think you should give them a negative for being fat, well fed and
Not hungry anymore.
not hungry anymore.
But it's typically one roll. It's not a check and a check and a check. Typically.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just one roll.
What's going on here is that we got quarters passing and whatnot, right?
Right.
So we're in a different.
Right.
Okay, so you got a 1. Is that correct?
I got 1.
Yep.
1 success.
So the Harpies got 2. So what we're going to say is they spot the boats. So you hear that screeching and yowling from above, but you almost didn't even know it. But 2 of them are up there screeching. One of them has come down to the boats and suddenly lands on the beach with her big taloned feet walking around, kind of throwing stones as she walks. You can hear her wings kind of shrug and she screeches and she looks around one way and then the other. She takes the boat and she kind of throws it a little bit to the side so it kind of rumbles up the beach a little bit. Doesn't destroy it, but you can tell that she's kind of looking under it, kind of thing. She takes one clawed foot and shoves the other boat, looking under it. Looks back towards to the woods. Doesn't see you. What's that?
We're on the water, aren't we?
No. We ran to the wood line. We're on the beached the boats around the wood.
Beached the boats and went into the woods. Right.
We just didn't carry the boats into the woods with us.
Shit. So one of them. Whose boat was that? Was it their boat, Stas, or was that ours?
I don't know. Did you grab the fish?
No, I thought you had them.
Ah, shit. Well, I got 1, but I couldn't carry all of them.
I had to grab my bag.
Well, shit. Well, hopefully they'll just take the 2 fish and take off. Who knows?
All right.
So the two of the harpies are flying on like over the water, but the third is peering into the woods, and then she cocks her head and hisses. She has these horrible fang teeth that stick out of her lips even when her mouth is closed, so she can never quite close her mouth all the way. She blinks her black eyes, and then she starts coming right towards you.
Just fucking shoot her. Shoot her. God, shoot her.
Just fucking shoot her.
Shoot her.
I think we should do an initiative roll.
Yep.
She can see something's in the woods, but she's not quite sure what it is. Kevin.
Can I have like readied, like have my shield and my sword, or
Totally.
like my pack? Yeah, I figure I'm the defender type.
Oh, so
Yeah.
we can be ready. Like I can have the bow readied.
Totally. Yeah, you've had a minute.
Okay.
I mean, you
Right.
were basically, this is taking place over the course of like an hour, right? Where you're
Yeah.
hiding out,
Cool.
you beach the boats, get in the woods. I would imagine when you heard
Right
them
on.
coming closer, you guys got everything ready for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
All right. So I need to do a harpy on the front. I'm going to switch to the Forbidden Lands page and draw you guys here.
Stinking harpies.
Indeed. Take her and put her down here.
Well, I think this one's gonna have a better outcome. Just not in the air. It's gonna be a lot harder for it to puke on us
Though I'm not
from this
armored.
direction. No.
You are not armored. It's true. Okay. I just need to get the token here. 1 second. And then we'll do the combat round. So I'll reset the deck. Okay, so draw cards, and those of you who have abilities to draw more than one card, you can do that. Conn, Stas, Askelon, the Harpies, and Garm. All right, so we'll start the.
No.
Go ahead.
Sorry, can't we switch initiative cards after you roll?
If you can speak to each other, yeah.
And you haven't
I'll-
acted.
And you have
Okay.
what, Sean?
And the other person hasn't acted, I believe. Right? Or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
I am going to I'm going to basically tell Garm, no, go this way. So, and I'm going to switch cards with him.
So
At the end?
okay. So you guys tell me. I don't think you went very far into the woods, right? It's probably short range
Right.
from the
Okay.
edge of the woods to the. I think.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay. And sorry, so two of you are switching cards. Is that right?
So I was going to switch with Garm so he could go before the Harpies.
Right.
Askelon is going to switch
Smart.
with Garm. Okay. So I think I can
Oh.
just change this, can I?
You could just
Change
change
just
the.
drag and drop them.
Yeah.
Or switch numbers.
You can drag and drop.
Smart.
Don't see that, but I think I
Maybe
can
not.
switch numbers. I'll make Askelon a 7. Date. Yeah. And then Garm becomes a 3. All right. Conn, this loping bird she-devil is coming towards you. What do you do?
All right. I will fast action aim. Because I've readied the weapon last round. So fast action aim and then slow action fire. And because I aimed, that'll cancel the -1 short range mod.
Got it.
So I'm just rolling, dude. Here we go. Oh, gosh. Nice.
2 successes, right?
No.
She's not going to dodge. So what damage is that?
2.
Okay. All right. So your arrow flies out of the woods, plunges right into her torso. She doesn't miss a beat, just keeps coming towards you. She just happens to now have an arrow sticking out of her. Screeches. And here she comes. Stas, what are you doing?
I'm going to pull up my hand axe. And then
So you're going to try to close the range? Because she's at short range right now.
I will go to near and hold up my hand axe.
So you're basically, you come out of the trees, emerge from the trees, and you're like on the edge of the beach. Is that right?
Yeah.
With your axe?
Yeah.
And if she comes closer, I'll let you whack her with your axe.
Sure.
Okay. Garm.
I am going to move twice. I'm going to go from short to near to, what's it called? Arm's length?
Arm's length.
I'm going to close with her.
Gotcha. So you're going to basically intercept her.
Yeah, I just charge right up. I got this. And
Got it.
He's not wearing his armor, but he's got his shield and his sword.
Okay. So Stas, Garm blows right by you, running out of the woods. Heavily armed orc looking to intercept the Harpy. And I want to make a roll here. Give me a second.
Have at you, you cruel bitch.
Okay. All right. So you have no actions left to defend, do you?
I get a free parry every round of combat with Defender.
Do you now?
I do.
All right. Well, that's good because as you come closer, she kind of crouches down and she sees that, not only is there one combatant here, she got an arrow in her. There's two of them on the beach now. And this big orc comes thundering out. She does one pump with her wings, just lifts her whole body off the ground. Those talons come up and right at your face. You're going to try to gouge your eyes out as you have your shield and you're going to try to parry with your shield. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this attack, I'm going to get some dice rolling here. Oh my, I can just click it. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see the results.
See the one failure, but that's it.
Okay, there's also one success. So you'll need to parry at least one die.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Whoa, what? What?
Wow, wee wah.
No problem. All right. So
I bash she's like going to rake me and I actually like push forward with the shield faster than she was bearing down. So I like jam her fingers, jam her talons in. There's probably a loud metal scratch sound.
Scratches right down the shield. She screeches and lifts back and then lands back on the beach again. And that's her move because she Askelon. What are you doing? You're in the woods.
I am going to crap. I've got to get closer to be able to cast any of my spells. I guess I will move but I will save a fast action in case I have to jump out of the way.
Okay. I think that ends the round, correct? So I don't think you can save action from one round to the next in this game. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I think they end.
Oh, that's true. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
so if you want to do something else with your fast action, you can.
I will draw my hand. Watch out, bitch. I got a hand.
Oh, here we go.
The look on your face was priceless. I draw my hand.
My hand.
So I think I'm going to go to the next turn. Nope, I'm going to go to the next round. How do I do that? Right?
There should be it depends.
Automatically go.
And we have to draw cards again, don't we? Or does it stay in that order?
Not. Stays in that order.
Okay. So Conn, back to you. You've got several people in front of you now, by the way.
Yeah.
Orc is hand to hand. Stas is close by with his axe.
Mm,
Askelon's moved forward.
all right. Well, Garm looks like he's pretty confident with that shield. There's no like penalties with Garm fighting with the Harpy, is there? If I fire my bow, are there penalties, Harrigan?
Penalties if you're firing your bow at the Harpy beyond Garm. Yes.
Yeah, there is.
She basically has cover.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Well, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my slow action to move to near.
Okay.
And I'm going to ready the bow. And that's my turn.
Okay.
That's my fast action to readying it.
Maybe getting off to one side to give you could move laterally a little bit, right?
Sure.
Because I'm picturing, Garm is like right in your path, but you just move off to the left type of thing. And
cool. There's no sign of the other ones, the other Harpies, right? They're nothing swooping back.
They're still flying ahead.
Gotcha.
That's correct.
Okay.
Overhead.
Right, cool.
Stas. And you're nearby right now, I think.
I am. I will close up next to Garm. And then I will attack. So I'll get into arm's length and attack with my axe.
Stas, the peddler, has no fear of melee combat. I love it.
Holding my
Gets
own.
right in there.
Whoa! Oh, I thought that was a 3. Sorry.
No. You can push. Damage your weapon.
Oh, it's got.
Is it on my weapon?
Yep.
Oh,
Got a 1 on the
it
hand
is.
axe.
Yeah, that's
Ooh, it
no.
is.
That's no
Yeah.
bueno.
No bueno.
I miss.
All right, you step in. She moves back, and you decide against getting closer with those flashing talons. And that means we are on Garm. He's been waiting for this.
Yep. So she landed back down to the ground. So he crouches behind his shield, keeping it close. And then he makes like he's going to bash her with the shield, but then does a spin and brings the broadsword across, going for the neck height again.
Okay. Decapitation is his move.
It is. Does a spin. Ooh.
1 success.
2 damage.
2 damage.
Uh,
Not going to push because that's going to damage my ability to do other stuff.
Yeah, 2.
Mm-hmm. I need willpower points, but not that bad.
Sean, do you happen to remember if monsters can dodge?
Oh, I don't know.
1 second, if you don't mind.
You're good.
I don't know.
It's right at the front of the monster section. I just have to get there. Where they have a bunch of special rules what monsters can and can't do.
I think they could if they used an action to do it, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they've
Yeah,
got a
it's not-
fast and a slow action. So as long as it's an action,
Absolutely. Let's do it. And I think a dodge is a move, correct? So let's see if
Agility and move.
she has to beat 1. She does not. All right. So that was 2 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Just describe decapitating this poor Harpy.
Is it? Ooh. Yeah, he kind of pushes the shield towards her to kind of get her to rear up a little bit. And then he kind of does a jump, spin, and goes straight for the neck. It's a little angled because he's coming from probably below her because you described her as being kind of tall and with the wings and everything. So
Yep.
a little bit of an angled decapitation. His sword probably gets stuck in her clavicle a little bit. And he has to yank it off a little bit.
Lucky those bird bones are hollow.
Right?
All right. So you take her down. Blood just splatters and burbles all over the beach, soaks into the stones, drains into the lake. Her talons and feathered wings twitch. She lays there. You pull your sword out. Ahead, the 2 Harpies do look like they're. Go ahead, Askelon.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say, flip the boat.
Yeah, go
flip
ahead.
the boat over on her and let's run back into the woods.
Okay.
That's what Askelon
Yep.
would say.
So we're out of combat rounds for the moment. So you can certainly do that. Because what I was going to say is you can tell that the two harpies they're now loitering, kind of looking around like, what the what? So let's see if you can do it. This will be if you can do this quickly enough, right? If you can make the right move, make a move challenge to get the corpse covered. I think that's what you're after, Askelon.
Yeah.
Right. And now in this case, I think the person who is strongest, fastest, etc., who has the best move can go ahead and do that.
I got to move it too. All those days in move. Oh no, I mean I have a 5. Yes, you. No, I'm damaged. I only have a 4.
Yeah, I currently have a move of 5.
And go.
Okay.
If I can help him, I'll help him.
Yeah, you can help him.
Okay.
Oh,
May I push this?
Yes.
sweet pushing.
Oh dear.
Oh
Hey,
no.
2 willpower points. I'll take that.
All right. So you're dragging it over, and as you cover her body, you hear the screeches in the sky.
Oh,
You guys have been made, all 4 of you. So what do you do? You've got a moment where they're probably 100 feet or more in the air, maybe even 200 feet. So they're coming in. But what do the 4 of you do on the beach?
Into the woods.
Yeah, we should head into the woods, right? I'll go behind the first tree, so they have to pass me. Hopefully.
Now we're gonna fight 2 of them.
Right?
We got lucky. Shouldn't we just hide in the woods?
Are you going to hide, or are you going to try to
forget
make
these
time?
guys. No, I'm just gonna ready my weapon and go into the woods so that I'd be short range from the shore.
Let's let them come in to the woods. Let's make them come in.
Okay. So we go
Deeper in.
Go deeper in. We run away.
Stas, you on board with this idea?
Yes.
So the 4 of you basically gather up and retreat back into the woods. How far?
Smash our boats.
Shit.
Long range? Further?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that by boats.
Do you do any kind of taunting or waving or let them see you? Or are you guys beating feet as fast as you can?
I want to beat feet, but that's just me.
What about the rest of you?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think all I would say is let's not get into a clearing.
Right. Garm tries to fight rear guard. He tries to make sure he's last. He's between the group and the harpies.
Okay. But you're going to go about long distance into the woods from the beach, and you're going to stop there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The 2 of them swoop down onto the beach as you guys take up your positions, and you can have whatever weapons you need ready and all that stuff. They both land. The boat does cover their sister, but you forgot the head. that was the failed roll. So her head is sitting there with its fangs and its blood all over. And they just wail when they see her. And there's just a fury of fluttering wings and slashing talons, and they come bolting for the woods. They saw you go into the woods from the air. So they're coming right for you. So let's go ahead and pull initiative again. We'll reset the tracker here. So I'm going to do this.
Uh-oh.
I'll reset the deck.
They are monsters. They cannot be parried.
I saw that right after I let Mr. Kev parry them.
Crap. Are you serious?
Serious.
Wow.
They're bad news.
You can dodge them.
Yep. Dodge only. All right. So I want to do that.
I have so many different things that allow me to parry, though.
Okay. So you can pull your cards now. Two. Ooh.
Shit.
Well, I'm definitely. I'm definitely letting somebody else go first.
It's got the switcheroo. I quite like that mechanic where you can swap spots.
Can faint too.
Yep.
Not monsters.
Again,
I'm assuming Conn has his bow out, so I'm gonna actually let Conn go first.
They're still long range though. My short bow won't reach them.
Well, it'll reach them before anybody else.
The short bow won't go long range?
No, it's it only goes short range.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's a little limited.
Well, it's
So
still
I
going
had
to
to
be.
get the longbow.
You're still going to be in range before anybody else is.
Well, I'm going to hold position so that I can aim and then shoot. I actually want to go after them. Let them go first because they'll only get to near range. So it's like they'll run right into me, and then I'm going to let fly this round if that's their move. So maybe hand it off to Garm or Stas.
Well, okay. Will that help either of you? If not, I'll just because I can't do anything at long range either.
Yeah, I don't have anything. I got a hand axe.
All right. I'll make sure I don't missing something. Range, arm length, range near, range, arm length, range near. Yeah. Okay. I will.
You will what? Who are you going to swap with?
Well, I mean, it's not going to help the swap with anybody. It sounds like so. Well, eventually it'll help. It'll help if once we get into melee. So Garm.
Yeah, it's a permanent
It
swap.
makes
Right?
sense. Right.
Okay. So Askelon becomes a 3 and Garm becomes a 1, right?
Right.
Okay. They've been switched. So the Harpy's next. Give me 1 second. I want to do this. Okay. They do indeed. They both gather on the beach. They gather stones in their talons, kind of start picking them up. And then they lift off the ground with their wings and they start coming towards you, sort of flying low through the trees, coming your way. And they cut the range to short. So they don't come the whole way because they took a moment to gather stones off the beach. And then they're both screeching. You can actually hear some common tongue type stuff now. Like, killed our sister! We'll disembowel you! They're screeching at you now. Askelon, it's your turn again.
Okay. What can I do with taunt?
Oh, wait. We skipped Garm. Garm, what were you doing?
You say Garm, yeah.
I always skip
Top
Garm.
of the order, Garm.
I know. Yep, skipped.
I don't know that I really do. I make sure that I'm between us and Harpies.
You're the wall.
Right. And I kind of just, they picked up a whole bunch of rocks. I put my back to a tree, but make sure I'm in front and kind of I'm like clearly making it known that I'm behind that tree, but I'm trying to keep a little bit of cover between me and them. I'm not sure what they're planning, but
okay.
Most things who pick up rocks throw them.
So the tree is between you and them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Now we can go to Askelon. So we're still some distance away, right? They're entering the trees.
Right. I am. So they're in short range?
They're currently short range, yeah. And flying towards you, like they're planning on getting closer.
I'm going to have to wait until they get into near range. So I will, I guess I'll use my slow action to, try to be unobtrusive and I'll get ready to cast my spell once they get within near range.
So you got the hand out again?
Yeah.
Okay. Conn, are you doing anything different?
I'm going to aim and shoot my bow.
Okay.
Yeah. So with them being in short range, my aim will negate the distance. So I'm just rolling straight up.
So the short bow is a piece of crap. If it has a modifier for short range, it can only go short range. It can't go
it can only
long.
go short range. Yeah.
Right.
Terrible ranged weapon.
That's why.
Well, I mean, the only other range is long.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
That's why.
short range is still out there.
That's why I was always looking for a long bow.
Yeah.
There's also
There we go.
distant, right?
There's also what, Harrigan?
Distant in terms of
It's
range.
just, it's as far as you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One.
Okay. So one of those feathered harpies, you put another shaft into. Some feathers come down, but she's still coming on.
Sure. Just one damage. Okay. That's my turn.
Stas. Yep.
Oh, God. Stas.
It's like,
Man, I'm too far away and I'm not going to, I stand my ground.
okay. So in terms of who's where, I'm picturing Garm is closest with his back to a tree, right? I suspect that Conn's probably moved to where he's got a gap through some trees where he's shooting. But Askelon and Stas, you're probably a short distance behind Garm, correct? So if they come on, they're going to run into Garm first in this tree. True?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of standing ground for the moment, and we're at round 2. So Garm, what's your action with them at short range?
I'm gonna move to engage. Is it short to near and then near to? Actually, I need to check ranges. Sorry.
It'd be too fast. It'd be too fast actions
Nope,
to get
I
there.
don't want to do that. Have a weapon. I think I just stand my ground.
Yeah.
Let them close in a little more.
Okay. That works. And that means they continue to fly forward, and that takes them to near range, correct? And at that point, they both rear and screech and just start whipping these stones at you. So they've kind of got a few more rocks in the folds of their flesh, so they can throw one, they can grab another one, they pick some more off the ground. And what it really means is rain of rocks.
I will dodge.
Everyone is going to be attacked by this attack. All 4 of you are attacked by it. But they're acting as a group, just so you know. The 2 of them go together. And I'm going to give Garm, you were behind a tree. You still behind a tree?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll probably give you a couple of, I'll lower their attack against you unless how does cover work? I'm trying to remember.
That's a good question.
I think they lower, it's more difficult for them. It doesn't give you a bonus because, to your dodge or anything. I think it's harder for them to hit you. So I'm going to roll individual dice against all 4 of you. Let's do, that's against Stas. So Stas, that's 2 coming at you unless you can dodge.
I can't
Use your
dodge.
attack. Yep.
Mm,
The base damage
so
is 1.
cover works like an armor rating.
Oh, okay. Cool. So I'll let you roll an extra 2 dice.
A tree
basically.
drunk has an armor rating of 5.
Whoa, how about that?
Yeah. But I mean, you may decide it's not. I mean, what I'm just telling you what it is.
Yeah. No, I got you.
We're on page
I don't,
105.
I'm not
of the
picturing
book.
Garm being behind a tree that's big enough to hide him. I'll say that.
No. I
Right.
was purposely trying to pick a smaller one so that
Yeah.
they came
So
to me.
that between the lowest is 3, which is furniture, and then 4 is a door, and 5 is a tree trunk. So
Got it. Let's resolve Stas first. So Stas,
Okay.
you're going to take 2 damage unless you can dodge.
Cannot.
Pelted by stones and other debris they found on the beach.
Son of a bitch.
Next up, let's do Garm. Garm, I'm going to give you 3 dice of cover for that tree.
How
So if
much
it does-
damage did I
if it-
take?
2.
Ouch.
This is for Garm. What the? Get ready, Garm.
Oh, did you roll well? So
Yeah.
I'm sorry. How much armor? 3?
Yeah. So if you do get hit, and you did, you're going to have.
okay, so you took 1 away.
Yep. But you also can dodge or do that kind of thing too, right? You haven't
Yep,
tried to
right.
do that.
Yeah.
How I can't see what your result was. So how much?
Oh, I'm
Right,
sorry,
we're not
guys.
seeing those,
I'm
yeah.
presuming
Yeah.
you're seeing that.
No, it's okay.
So,
I-
Sean, there were
it's-
2 successes against Stas. There were 4 successes against Garm.
Ooh, okay. Yep. I will try to dodge. Which I should do from the combat tab, not from the. Ooh. Except I
my
took
flippin'
damage to
head.
this one. Oh well. Nope.
Oh, jeez.
I just damaged my agility earlier.
No, not going to push.
Mm.
No?
No.
Okay.
I won't.
So you knock off one of their successes and take 3 damage from the stones pelting you.
Jesus.
And then let's do Conn, who's shaking his head. 2 successes coming your way, Conn, unless you can dodge or do something like that.
Oh, I'm gonna dodge.
Okay. So one damage.
Okay.
And then finally, Askelon.
I did say I was trying to get some cover.
But I'll give you
with my
3
slow
just like
action.
like we
Fine.
we gave to in fact yeah, I don't think these trees are huge. I'll say that.
That's fine.
Okay. So you've got 3 successes. These harpies are rolling like banshees. Crazy. So
Uh,
first before you roll your armor from the tree, go ahead and do your defensive action, your dodge.
Yeah.
So you dodge 1,
okay. Now I'll
So you
do
got
my
potentially
Dodge.
2 damage. Yep. And then do your
my
armor.
character sheet. Combat.
Oh dear.
Ouch.
So you end up taking 2 damage to your trim. So these things are terrifying as they come in through the woods, streaking, and then just
Oh shit.
whipping these stones. Like bark is flying, leaves are coming down, branches are falling off, and you're getting the bouncing off you guys, just slamming into you. And who goes
Okay.
next? I think it's Askelon.
Oh geez. Okay. Well, are they near yet?
They are indeed at near range.
All
Yes.
So I will blow my 1 willpower point and consume the hand, which I will use as another willpower point. So it's a power 2 spell.
If it's and what's your mastery? 1 or 2?
2.
Okay.
So where is? I don't see how to increase the power level on the
With your
spell.
hand. With your hand. The
Right. I'm talking about when I click on the spell to make my roll.
my
It just
bad.
says 1 die on it, and I don't see a way to increase it.
I'm trying to remember. There was
There's
a
certainly-
It comes up with
yeah.
the die pool, doesn't it? And then you add it.
No, it just gives me it just says Hand of Doom and it says 1 die, power level 1. I don't see Oh, wait a minute. Ingredient. There it goes. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
Safe,
Yeah.
but no extra power. So what does that mean? Does that mean is that 2 damage
That's 2 damage.
to their strength?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to target the one that has the arrow in it, by the way, if I can.
Okay. One second here. All right.
Yeah, so basically, once again, I come out with that hand, and the flesh rots off of it, and the skeletal hand like streaks forward to grab her heart.
Through the woods, streaks in through her rotten bosom, right into the middle of her chest. She shrieks, kind of spins around, bangs off a tree, lands on the ground with her talons. You've knocked her out of the air, but she's still up and going, and she still has an arrow sticking out of her as well. And then we have Conn. I also want to do a time check. Are we okay to go into the top of the hour, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I am.
Conn.
I will use my last fast action to just ready an arrow to my bow.
No, because you dodged?
Yep.
You can use a slow action if you want to.
No, that's fine. I mean, because I got a ready in action anyways. So no, that's my turn.
Because of the action economy of bows.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Gotcha.
So
Get it ready.
So you get a chance to train that crap out.
Well, that's why it was I needed to hit that.
Yeah, man.
Earlier you know.
Yep. Stas. It's a furious combat here.
Yeah. Is Garm engaged in melee yet?
Nope.
I'm not going in there.
He'll be right behind you.
I'm behind a tree.
Garm has like 1 hit point left. Wait, 1 point of strength left. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I only have 1 point of strength left. So
You taking cover behind a tree?
Yeah, take cover behind a tree.
Got it.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right. Last call. That's the end of the round. Takes us to the top of round 3, which is Garm. So they're 10 feet away, right? They're near range.
So I dodge and I'm laying on the ground. So I use a fast action to stand up.
To get up.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah,
You know what? Yeah, for each of you who did dodge,
yeah.
like I know Stas,
was my I didn't ready my weapon. I stood up. Damn it.
Got it.
Oh,
Right.
Sorry.
That's okay. Whatever.
Can I cast a spell laying on my back?
You can. Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
So I stand up and then I am going to.
Well, that's nasty having to get up.
Yeah.
That's
Dodging. Yeah.
Yep. That's pretty nasty.
I'm not going to dodge again. That'll just keep this train going. I close in with the one that's taken the arrow in the hand of doom. I charge in at it. Ah, you ugly bitch.
All right. One that's on the ground. The other one's sort of half hovering.
Yeah. Yep.
Touching down and getting back in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's likely Garm will be the source of their attack, but let's find out what they do here. We go to their round. And I need to do one of these. So that eye gouge we talked about before, here it comes again.
Yep. And I can't parry it this time.
Yep. So yeah, you get your shield up and the talons are already throwing sparks off the shield. She's just trying to rend the flesh from your body, and then she tries to come over top of the shield at your face. And, oh dear. 3 successes. You can try a dodge. 3 successes. And
I'm at a.
Okay.
I'm at a.
Jesus.
I'm reading how one of my talents works, but that'll become relevant in a second.
It might, because 3 successes and the base damage is 2.
Oh,
gosh.
holy
So this
balls.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's more to it than that.
Harrigan,
We'll get to
Harrigan's getting to his TPK early.
With harpies.
Their bodies are strong. Oh, sorry. I'm reading how this works. I'm going to post it. I think I'm going to spend my 2 willpower points to give myself back 2 strength. Or excuse me, I'm going to spend 1 to give myself back 1 strength.
Okay.
What I don't know is, do I take a critical injury? Because I would have been broken.
Let me put it this way. If you can't fully dodge this attack, you will take a critical injury to your eyeball.
For every point you spend, you recover 1 point of the broken attribute. You can't use this talent unless you are broken. Talent does not affect. It's interesting. Just so the way the talent works is like it's to keep me from breaking, but I think I take a critical injury regardless, but I'm not broken afterwards.
Say that
You're
one
talking
more
about
time.
your orc talent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that only if you're broken, or could you just invoke it?
No, I have to be broken to use the talent.
Okay. So we have a few. I think the thing you have to do to chain this all together, use your willpower to add your strength, right, to your strength, but you have to make your dodge roll to see what the actual amount of damage is going to be.
No, I take the damage. It breaks me. Then I spend.
Oh, yeah.
When you are broken,
you're not going to try to dodge.
I don't have the action to do it anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't have the action to do it anyways, right?
Yeah,
my bad.
it's when you are broken by any kind of damage, you can spend willpower points to immediately get back on your feet. For every point you spend, you recover a point in the broken attribute.
My bad. Okay.
You cannot use this talent unless you are broken. And then the last line says the talent does not affect critical injuries. So what I was trying to figure out was, do I take a critical injury, but I'm still not broken?
Yeah, I think that is the way it works.
Okay.
You take the critical, but after you expend the will, you're effectively not broken anymore. You have 1 strength.
Right. I'm gonna ask the table for a bit of a ruling here. So we can narrate the first part of this, Kevin. Basically, she slashes right across your eyes, and that's what breaks you. And you get automatically, as part of her ability, a severed eye. Excuse me, a slashed eye, which has a healing time of like 2d6 days, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And you will have minus 2 to marksmanship and scouting just from her slash across your face. But it also does 4 damage, which breaks you, right?
Right.
And then you can pick up and narrate from here. What my question is to the table: does he get another critical injury? I think he may get another critical injury.
I don't think so, man.
0.
I mean, that is a critical injury.
Yeah.
I mean,
I see what you're saying.
What do you think, Sean?
Can you
You only get 1, don't you?
turn?
How does he get more? How does he get more than 1? I guess is the question.
Her ability inflicts a critical injury if he takes any damage at all. So even if he were to have 8 strength and she does 1, you still get a slashed eye.
Sure.
But she also dropped him. She broke him, which is normally a critical injury.
Yeah, I think you're doing the same damage to him. You're poking his eye out, so you don't break him and then break him again because you're poking the same eye.
I'm going to agree with you guys, but the slash doesn't depend on being broken. It immediately gives you a critical injury anyway.
But, I mean, the point of critical injuries is it gives you an injury that is really hard to hard to deal. So I don't. So
Garm,
giving him another one doesn't seem to be.
Pick up and narrate, Garm, from
Gotcha.
I think she probably it's vicious, but Garm is about to turn it on, right?
Mm-hmm. So it comes across his face, and it's kind of, I almost imagine it's like Thor from Thor Ragnarok, like he ducks out of the way and he comes back and his eyes just bloody wreck of a mess, I imagine, because you said it heals naturally across a number of days.
Yeah,
Right.
2d6 days.
So it's just blood everywhere. It's not like pulled out, that type of thing. It's more the area around the eye. It immediately swells and blocks his line of sight, and he just turns back to her and just grins and just like growls at her. And try that again, and then he stands his ground.
Dude,
All right.
move skill.
He can't. He doesn't have any actions, man.
I didn't have any actions.
No. That's the Harpy's action. So we move on to Askelon now. So Garm is like face to face with one of them, right? The other one's behind her, hovering.
I'm rolling to see how long it takes. if it's necessary.
5 days.
Jesus. Okay, so he's got the one that's on him, and there's another one that is hovering above him.
Yep, behind. Yep.
Retreat.
Flee? Are we fleeing?
Yes.
No enemy at arm's length. Flee. Move action.
All except Garm. Garm's is at
I
arm's
know.
length now.
That's what I mean.
Okay, I am going to
You got one.
take a fast action. Wait a minute. That's slow.
Yeah, but I could retreat, and if that's successful, then flee. So just FYI.
Yes, before they act again, you could.
Right. So if you guys want to run away, we can do that. We can try.
Man, I'm not hanging around for these guys. I got a hand axe.
Love it.
See ya.
Stas.
I don't have a missile weapon, and I sure as hell can't go toe to toe with 3 harpies.
Well, 2, but yeah, exactly.
2 now.
And one's hurt.
Wow. Yeah, I
One's
don't know,
badly
man.
hurt.
I got 1 strength left.
Yeah, I hear you.
1 strength, then I'm broken. And then that's
Yeah.
bad news.
Yeah, it's over.
Then it's critical wounds, and that's like death time.
So
Goddamn
Is there
healing
no-
potions in this game.
there's no move that is a fast action, right?
Mm.
It's
Run.
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 But that's not what we're trying to do.
Changes the
here.
range band.
Retreat, run,
Flee. We are fleeing.
All right.
GTFO.
get up.
I'm going to retreat with my fast action. And then with my slow action.
You're at arm's length,
It's
No.
not.
then you don't retreat.
Yeah.
Okay. So
You don't
then
need to.
how the fuck do I move?
You just
I mean-
run.
Just run
You
Run.
run and you make a move check.
if you're in a
And-
rough
And
zone.
then I'm going to
From
roll
the
my
left side.
attacks of opportunity, and I'll have a flanking bonus.
Okay. So
And-
I will run in my fast action, and then I'm trying, but in my
Basically, beat feet.
slow action, I am going to turn. I'm going to launch a series of elven curses at the one
Okay.
that is at the wounded. I'm basically going to call her a bloated turkey. And at the one that is the closest to Garm. Okay.
Yeah, the
So
one
this
who's just
is my
slashing in the
taunt.
face.
This is my taunt. Okay.
Mhm.
So this is a performance roll.
You're not gonna cast a spell?
I don't have any more fucking willpower.
Oh, okay. Got it. Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
No, I got it. It's
That's
all
my
good.
frustration. Yeah.
Dude, I'm
so-
with you, man. Go
yeah.
for it, bro.
Sean, do you know if taunts work against monsters?
It just says you can taunt an enemy.
if it
It
just
must
says
understand our language, and they've
That
been
would be
speaking
the
to
key.
us.
Yeah.
Though they're speaking to us, so they
Yep,
must.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
So that's all right. So roll.
So performance for taunt.
Mhm. I got 1 success.
We're not fleeing.
The enemy's angered. Choose one of the
Flee.
following effects. Okay.
So
He can't flee. He's got to run.
I can't flee. I'm running, and so I'm going to take the enemy is distracted, just to give him. I'm just trying to give him a chance to get away.
You sure you don't want to anger them and have them come at you? Are you sure? Because you can choose that too.
That's a weird.
Yeah,
thing.
I am.
Well, that actually, there is tactical benefit to that too, because it means they have to cross the distance, right? Because you are, and correct me if I'm wrong now, Wayne, you were at near, you're now at short. Right.
I guess. Yeah.
I think Askelon ran to short range, turned and gave them his best elven taunt,
Okay.
and you were successful,
Yeah.
right? We got
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
So they're at, yeah.
Well, I guess I could try to pull one of them off of him. Yeah, I'll do that.
I have to roll their insight. Hang on.
What is the difference between run and flee?
Flee or
Run.
out of combat if you're successful.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But run isn't. If you don't
Run is just move a band.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Oh, that'd probably beat me. Do you have to beat me?
They tied you. If you roll more, so it did not work. You taunted. She just looks over at you. Elven filth! I will disembowel you!
One trick pony on that, you know? You got disembowel and disembowel. All right.
Yep.
Easy.
All right. Sorry, Garm.
It's all right.
Oh, you're
You
good.
at least got
You're
yourself
good.
to short range, right?
You're good.
Conn.
Okay. No, we're not done. Okay. So I'm in near range.
Yep.
Ready my bow.
And you're up.
I'm not fleeing.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not fleeing. So I've stood up last round. So yeah, I ready my bow and I'm gonna fire at the one because one's taking damage, right? One took one
Yes.
arrow already, plus
And
the spell.
Yep.
So that one I'm gonna blast and I'm gonna activate my pride. My arrow always hits its mark.
Pride.
Yay.
I think you
Nice.
activate the pride if you
I
miss,
don't-
right?
I don't even have a
No, I
pride.
can. I think I can just do it because I want to I want to do mega damage on this thing ideally
Gotcha.
and get multiple successes. So because it's near, there's no penalty. Yeah, I'm not okay. So I'm just rolling, and then
Oh, no.
I'm gonna hit my pride.
Oh, no.
I got all misses there. I can't believe that. All right, anyways, and here's my pride. Come on, pride.
Oh,
A six.
barely.
One.
Otherwise, you
Damn
would
it.
have lost your pride, dude.
I know. I got one. One damage.
No, it's two, right? Because you're short bow. Doesn't your short bow do one?
No, I think it's just one.
I think it does
The
one.
short bow doesn't
I
do
got-
any damage? Oh,
Got one, just one damage. That's yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, it doesn't give me a
That
bonus.
is a piece of
So.
shit weapon.
It's no longbow. It's no longbow. Yeah, it's not great.
So you sink that arrow deep into her side. She coughs a big gout of blood, staggers back. She's still on her feet, but she is on death's door, basically. Turns and looks at you and just hisses.
Whatever. I'm in near range. Come at me. All right, that's my turn.
Stas. One of them is pretty hurt, but
Jeez.
Askelon's coming your way, or actually has passed you probably.
Hey, go in the opposite direction.
Yeah, he's going the other way.
Now I'm really confused. What?
And he's shouting over his shoulder at them.
Right.
Like a school marm.
Yeah.
Evidently.
Oh God. I can't even throw my hand axe.
Is it not throwable?
Arm's length.
Hmm.
I am shoot. I will run back. I'll run back.
Are you
Yeah,
sure
run back.
about not being able to throw it with knives? I know you have to look at a different entry,
Range, arm's
Yeah.
length.
but that's from the melee table, right?
Well, I guess.
It needs to be a throwing axe.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
So I
If you wanted to throw it, I would let you. I'd probably take one die away or something like that because it's not balanced properly. But if it's up to you.
fine. Still got another one to contend with, and then I'll be weaponless.
'Cause your call, man.
I will shoot. I'll throw it at the one that's wounded.
Okay,
What do you
take
want me
one
to
die
roll?
away.
Straight agility, or
No, you can roll the weapon,
I'll roll the weapon and then
but take one away for it being unbalanced.
okay. Yeah, that
And you can
sucks.
push that if you need to.
I might as well. How? Well, okay.
Yeah, you got no.
I know I don't have anything to lose, but
There's a 6.
Awesome.
there. Boom.
And that would have been like marksmanship too. So if you would have damaged yourself, that would have been to your agility, not your strength, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I think that makes sense. In any case, I think your hatchet, your hand axe it's not a perfect like end over end, but it does brain her, right? The ball hits her right in the head. Boom. She just goes down in a flutter of wings and talons and blood, collapses onto the ground. Couple of mewling shrieks, and she lays there dying. After is it 1 damage or 2?
2.
Yeah, she's down.
Nice.
And that takes us to Garm, right? Round 4.
Yeah.
So there's just the one that's up in the air now.
There's the one in the air.
I'm gonna reach down and grab the hand axe or hand axe.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna move. Well, I guess what action is it to reach down and grab that?
Probably a fast action, right?
Okay.
Since it's a fast action to draw or knock an arrow.
Nope, I don't.
When I say stuff like that, and I see 4 GMs going, man, that's what I'd probably make the call as too.
Right.
All 4 of you were like, yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, even use item is a fast action.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty tight action economy.
Yeah. I was gonna grab it and run back to you, but then then I can't dodge.
Throw it at her.
You could
She's
grab
gotta
it
be
and
in
chuck it.
range.
2 fast actions. You could grab it and then run it back. But
Grab
then,
it, throw it
you're
at her.
SOL after that.
Yeah. Could do this again. Yeah, no, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna grab it off the ground and I'm gonna run back towards Stas with the handle out. I'm holding the axe head to hand it to him.
Okay.
It's like a relay, 4 by 100.
He's got
relay
another
race.
axe. He's got another axe. Oh, okay. All right.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
You
I
saw
don't
him
have,
fight
I
with
don't
2
have
axe.
another axe. Who has
I thought
another
you had.
axe?
I thought
Here's
you
one.
had 2.
Why
when you-
would I have
another
2
fi-
axes?
You got 2
For
hands,
situations like this.
yeah.
Wow. I'm not a fighter guy. I just got 1. That's all I need.
dude. Okay, I thought for sure. I thought you had 2. Okay.
No, I got a knife.
I figure I'll get the axe to you. I can't attack it anyway because it's way up in the air. And I damaged my agility a crap ton earlier. So yeah.
Okay.
So you
All right.
retrieve it and then you basically fall back.
Right. Yep. Kind of looking to see if if we're gonna flee or if we're gonna keep fighting.
See what she's gonna do, I guess.
Indeed.
Already lost 2 of her sisters.
Yep. And on that note, she lands,
Oh,
kind of crouches,
shouldn't
and
have done that.
moves almost all on all 4s over to where her sister is lying, like mewling and gurgling and croaking and dying. And she kind of is down with her and looks up and just kind of hisses. She scoops up her sister, turns and starts heading for the beach. She's taking her away. And I think Askelon, you are the person who is technically first to react to seeing this.
I'll
What do you do?
stop. I will stop running since she's running away from us. God. I'll draw my my dagger and then move back towards where the rest of the group is.
Okay.
Or clumping up.
Do I need to keep it in combat rounds? Is anybody going to go after her? You're going to let her go.
Hell no.
Okay.
We got our XP. We don't need it. We don't need to kill her for any incentive.
All right. So the 4 of you kind of gather, breathless, bleeding, battered amongst the trees, and you can see her get to the edge of the lake. She grabs her other down sister as well, tries to figure out a way to grab the head. She's kind of not quite sure what to do with the head and the 2 bodies.
Here's a sack. Here you go.
It's the problem of only
eventually-
having 2 opposing limbs. Yeah, I only got thumbs, not 2 limbs.
Yep. So she ends up carrying her dying sister in one big talon and her other sister's head in the other, and she takes off and starts fluttering into the air. We can cut right here and pick up next week.
Yeah.
Bye, Harpy woman.
Right? Garm slumps against a tree.
Yeah.
You see him as he goes down. There's that blood streak still on the tree.
Ooh, dude,
That doesn't look good.
Did any of us not get damaged in that
you
fight?
see it, Conn. You see his eye.
Does not look good.
It's bad
Oh, that's right.
news.
You would have been
I
at
will
-2
be-
to
I
throw the
will-
axe anyway.
I
yeah,
will be
there's a reason I wasn't throwing the axe.
Oh, that's
I would have
smart.
had
I'm
one
sorry.
die.
What was that, Wayne?
Yeah. I was like, that's damn smart. I will bandage him. I will bandage Garm first.
Hey, it doesn't look too bad. It's just not. It looks all right. You'll be all right, man. It's all good.
Oh, good God. What is that?
Probably feels worse than it is. Like Garm, you know.
I'm used to terrible injuries. I hope I get a good scar to remind myself how to fight monsters versus humanoids.
That's right. My shield is useless.
Yep. That's what I'm learning.
I do Path of Lies on him.
Oh,
Yeah, it's fine. You'll
tell.
You'll be fine. So I'm a master liar.
Well, it must be fine. Yeah.
it looks
Yeah.
great. You're fine.
It's only speaking to a NPC.
Path of Lies. All right, guys. Did you participate in the game session?
Hells to the yes.
Did you travel through at least one hex?
Yes.
Did you discover a new adventure site?
Mm,
Does
Yes.
the village count?
We
Maybe,
didn't get there.
but you didn't get there.
We didn't
Okay.
go there.
Did you defeat one or more monsters?
Yes.
Yes.
hell yes.
You did. Did you find a treasure? No.
I guess
you
the
build a
hands don't
function?
count.
The hands don't count. Build a function in your stronghold. Did you activate your pride? So one
I
of you
did.
did that.
Yep.
Okay. Did you suffer from your dark secret? I don't think so.
No.
Did you risk your life for another PC? I don't think there was a moment when that happened particularly, was there? It was more desperate, everybody for themselves kind of stuff. And did you perform an extraordinary action of some kind?
Garm
Did
stood
our-
up from his.
Yeah. I think our
That's
orc
pretty
maybe almost
extraordinary.
lost his eye, and
Yeah, I think that counts. I think I vote for that.
I would agree. So it sounds like between 3 and 4 experience.
Perfect.
Good.
Good.
All right. Enjoy the
Nice.
session, hopefully.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Great stuff, Harrigan. Thank you.
Tough fights are always hard because it's like you want to be like, oh, that really sucked. But it's like, not that it sucked, it was challenging.
This has been a Litterbox Studio production.